I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do. And you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss you. The way that you sing in the car, not caring where you are, driving to work or to school, and doing everything you do. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I miss you. I know I've done a lot of bad things to you, but give me one more chance and I will make it up to you. You know it would mean a lot. I'm giving it all that I've got. I'd do anything for you, anything that you want me to. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I'd do anything for you, and I miss you. Yes, I miss you. Yeah. Yes, I miss you.
Hear the song. I don't know if I had that settings right or not. Hi everybody, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to a surprise all signs. Nope, no sound on TikTok for that. Can you hear me in the mic? You just couldn't hear the song on TikTok? Hi Annalie. What's up Annalie? What's up Inari? Welcome in. Hey, thanks for the like, Susan. Okay, so how's the mic sound on TikTok? I'm still learning how to use these mic packs that I got from my buddy. Okay, you guys can hear me on the mic. That's cool. Hi Alex Maria. What up, Sharon Payne? Hey, Maxie. Queen Tiki. Do I sound okay on YouTube? I mean, sure, because I got a whole new soundboard, mixer board, wireless mic pack, cool, awesome stuff. I'm a tech geek. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. I haven't figured out how to get the song, the intro song, over to TikTok, but Susan says I'm good. You guys can hear me on TikTok. Hey, Aaron, what up? So, okay. All right, I'll get the rest of it figured out. I'm sounding good. Queen Tiki on YouTube. Awesome. All right, I'm digging it. You know, we're still getting acquainted. We're getting acquainted to the new sound system. You know what I mean? It's cool vibes. What's up, Shelly? Hey, Blue Phoenix. Hi. Welcome in. King Ralph. What up, Ralph? How are you? Good to see you back. Hey, Chumba. Instagram. How do I sound? Eve. Do I sound okay on Instagram, Eve? We looking okay over there? We good? Facebook. You guys digging it? Everybody cool? Everybody can hear me? Hi, Robin. What up? What up? All right. I think we're good. Hi, Melissa Justice. What's up? Yeah, I just felt like doing an all signs today, so I'm like, let's do an all signs. I just felt like it. Yeah, and it's really cool because you guys Frankie just did an all signs too. So you got me and Frankie. It's awesome vibes. So let's do a little bit of the channel announcements, because besides just Archer blowing a bunch of money on new mic packs, I like the sound, cameras next. But then we got a few announcements coming up. All right, I am still working and in talks with the awesome Chelsea, Nathan, and Vicky with Elevation Church in Charlotte. So yours truly will be hosting some digital and in-person watch parties in the Detroit and Nashville area. All right, a lot of help from Melissa on that one. Make sure y'all are subscribed to Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. That's the least we can do as a thank you for everything she does here at the channel. She is an awesome business manager. We love her. Love her to the moon and back. Big, huge spinny hugs from Mel. But yeah, okay, so meanwhile, back at the ranch. So I'm working with some of the awesome people at Elevation Church, because we go and hang out in the chat every Sunday anyways. So if you guys want, come to the Sunday 11:30 service with us. We can go to church together. We hang out in the chat. But we'll be hosting some watch parties too. So if you're in or around Detroit and Nashville, you might get to have that chance to hang out with us, and we can go to church together. All right. Also, then we have the digital meet and greet. I'll be making that announcement coming up with all the details coming up next Wednesday at the All Signs. All right. That's going to be a meet and greet for you guys that basically, for the cost of a personal reading, you can be a part of a digital meet and greet where you don't have to pay to fly anywhere or travel, don't got to get a hotel accommodations and all that stuff. We're going to digitally hang out Zoom style, all of us, like our very own watch party. I'll do personal readings for all of you guys. We're going to hang out, do like some of the channeling, some ghost stories. We're going to do all the stuff we do on the channel in a private setting where I'm not filtered by YouTube. So it's going to be a totally different kind of Archer. You guys might like it. But I'll make the rest of the notice about that too. All right. And to everybody that comes, there'll only be like 20 spots open. So it's a very rare, limited thing. And everyone will get their own personal recording of it, of which will never see the airwaves. It is just for us privately to have and enjoy. All right. So I'll let you know about both of those things and more full-on details next Wednesday over at the channel. All right. So let's do an all signs. You guys down? I just felt like doing one. So I'm like, let's go for it. Let's just see what's happened. All right, so hold on a second. Let's stir the water up and see what comes out. All right, do. I got you, Maxie, for sure. Definitely. I'll let you guys know when we're going to release it, when the ticket sales will go on, okay? The ticket sales are all being helped out and sponsored by Eventbrite, okay? So it'll be very easy to go and get your ticket, make sure you've got it, no hang-ups, no weird stuff. So it'll be really cool. All right, let's dive in. All right, I'm going to start off with Aries. There we go. All right, at this point, you're not going to want to read anymore. Esther, no, you didn't? Okay, so we got to check that out, or maybe I'm going to your spam box. All right, I'll try resending it afterwards, Esther. We'll see what's up with that. Yeah, because I sent it right there during the Cards and Coffee. We'll find out what's up with it. No worries. Okay, fair enough. I'll check it out when we're done. If you send an email off to me, what I'll do is I'll go into that email, I'll reply to it, and I'll carbon copy the other one in there. No, I don't believe in killing. I choose peace. Don't believe in guns. Don't do none of that stuff. No, I love you guys. It's cool. We're going to work it out. It's all for a reason. It's good. All right. Yeah, I do got some more climbing dates with emails and stuff, so I will get into those too. I've been knocking some of those out too. But I got you guys covered. No problema. All right, so yeah, let's do it to it. Oh, peace be with you too. Thank you, Spiritual Arc of Noah. Thank you. Peace on you too. Peace and love. All right, let's go for it. That's what we're doing, Maxie. It's going to be a Zoom that way because I want everybody around the world. If you're in Australia and I'm in the United States, I want you to be a part of a meet and greet too. You know, and if you are in Metro Detroit, hanging around Canton, Dearborn, that area, and you see me cruising around, say hi. I don't bite. I'm very polite. I'm a pretty outgoing dude. And when I'm hanging around in Nashville, you might want to check that out too. Okay. Aries, we're going to start with you. Let's go for it. All right. I'm going to start with this. Whatever message comes out, hi, it's great, it's good, etc., and so on and so forth. Let's dive in, dig in. Aw, thanks, Gabriella. Thank you very much. Not today. There'll be another Cards and Coffee, though, Shasi. We'll be having another one coming up on, Friday? So Monday. But yeah, mine's been good. I've been doing really good. We've got a lot of progress. There's stuff happening. Jupiter going direct in Cancer and me being a Cancer sun. Oh, it's getting really good really fast. I got to buckle up. It's like when Kit went into super pursuit mode. Basically, I got a whole new car. Now a bunch of fins pop out of it. It's cool. All right, let's begin. Aries, we're going to put you at the timestamp of 8:28. I want to see what's going on. Let's do it. All right, hey, Aries, what up? If you do want to book a personal or check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code. Links pinned in my bio. And thank you for hyping, liking, and interacting with the reading and the channel. It helps get us into the interwebs. All right, Aries, think about your person and let's see what's up with them right now. What is your person doing right now? All right, Aries, what do we have for Aries? Give me everything you got for Aries. Let's do this. 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. All right, let's see what we got, Aries. Let's see what's on your person's mind. What are they up to right now? Here we go. Overall energy, we got the 3 of Cups. Your person's got marriage on their mind. That's something we're celebrating. Oh, wow. They're going all in on it. Hold on. 3 of Pentacles, the guardian angel with them on. Ooh, wow, you got God working on this one too with the Knight of Swords, making or a metaphorical energetical distance that's going to be closed up in the week ahead. All right, so let's see where we go. All right, 7 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, Aquarius, Virgo. Ace of Wands is Aries energy. Nice. The Death card, Scorpio. 9 of Cups is Pisces. The Hermit and the Magician. Gemini and Virgo is kind of strong on this. Aries is here. Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo energy. King of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing right now on this one, Aries, is that your person is actually working on getting themselves into a point of emotional maturity, okay, in order to come and be more all in on this one, all right? So maybe it's been like little pulling the vibes that it might be 7 of Swords, that maybe they're up to something. What I am seeing on this is that for those of you that have been in no contact for a while, they've had some people that come into their lives that they've interacted with to learn lessons, might be slightly deceitful. If it's somebody new and you're just getting into something, what I'm seeing on this one is Seven of Swords. They're cutting out the stuff that would make you feel like they're deceiving you. Or it could be a vibe of somebody that is dating and talking to a few people that are dating, and they've now filtered out the options and they want you, Ace of Wands. Okay? So there's a spark that connects us together. With the Death card and the Nine of Cups, it's a transformation on their side of the fence in the fact that they weren't before. Might have still been digging some like player vibes, might even been a little deceitful in some of their stuff, maybe trying to buy time, and you're trying to go all in and make it all about them. Or you guys haven't talked in a while and you tried and put your all into it, but they never opened up. I'm seeing on this one, they're cutting out a lot of the energies that have been influencing them, and they're in a period of self-isolation right now, okay? So in the vibes on this one with the Magician card, it's almost like, it's like they're staying quiet because they think you're staying quiet, or like you maybe they were like, it's the vibes of like asking them out or trying to make something work out, and them making an excuse or a reason why they can't, so you put a pause on them, right? And then it was like, well, okay, let me know when you decide, because I'm not waiting around, or something like that. But they're feeling the pressure to become more about you. So they're doing some self-isolation here in order to weed out the riffraff of thoughts and processes and things that have been slowing this down, so they actually start becoming more all about you. All right, maybe some of you guys are fearing that you're in a friend zone or from a benefit zone, situationship vibes, or it's no contact and maybe they've moved on, right? What I'm seeing on this, it's not this. This is a bit of a period of time that's allowing you to find a little bit of calm and balance and your composure to maintain everything to move forward so that you can control how you react to what they say when they do reach out, right? That's why your major arcana is the Emperor. That shows what you're in this life to overcome. All right, the Emperor vibes. It's a little bit of relinquishing control, letting go, letting God, as they say, and allowing things to Knight of Swords play out so that your person comes in correct and ready for you, right? The Two of Wands, the King of Swords into the Three of Swords. Oh, you do have that one like weird ex that still tries to reach out or still tries to mend things too. That's going to be a heads up for you on this with the Three of Swords to the Two of Wands. That you'll have somebody you're not interested in that reaches out to you to see what you've been up to, that you just say, no, thank you, no bueno, thanks for the closure. That's your preview. That's your rough draft before this person opens up and goes full in, okay? This could be the one that's just like, it just gives you just like weird Three of Swords vibes, okay? Now, it's not on the person that's on your mind's vibes about cutting out Three of Swords. It's that I do see that they've dealt with a lot of intense relationships before you. And so the intensity of your guys' connection with you being the cardinal fire sign, it might have them just a little nervous of like, am I ready? Am I on Aries' level? Can I do this? You know? The Emperor. Some of you guys, it's actually Aries on Aries. Or definitely Aries on fire sign. Pisces, Gemini, more Aries, Libra, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius vibes. The Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands into the Hanged Man. So I do see this as someone that's taking some time to internally work on themselves. But if you hang in there on this one, it's going to be totally worth it. Because it's like the vibes of you've waited long enough and you've given enough time and chances that with the Queen of Swords, you're about ready to just seek and find your own peace, right? And so it gets to be a lot. Because you're all in. You're good to go on this from day one with the Ace of Wands. You like the vibes where it's going, but then it's always like they seem to quiet or slow it down. And they want to find reasons, little things. Well, maybe you're not talking about this, or maybe you're not doing it. Like, are they already finding little reasons? Like, well, I'm kind of ready, but I'm not sure if you're all in. This is a little bit of them projecting their own insecurities out, right? Hey, you haven't done this. You haven't. This is the vibes of somebody that gets into a relationship and doesn't change their status online. Like, they keep it all high priestessy vibes, right? As if it's somebody that needed to sort out their options. Maybe they get a lot of attention. Somebody could be in the public eye or something. But it's like they needed to sort this out to come out of an avoidant energy and come into the energies of being ready to go. It's that kind of vibe. And we are experiencing with the end of the snake energy, coming out of the year of the snake, this Mercury retrograde, it's the end of an era, okay? It's the end of the narcissistic cycle. That's old cycle. We have now entered into the avoidance cycle. We are all elevating and moving forward. That's why this person was brought into your life at the time that they were. Hanged Man. It might have been one that was a great choice, like you chose to disconnect from a twin flame journey, the soulmate vibe didn't get much better, and you wind up reconnecting with this person after they've gone through a point of maturing, right? All right, the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Exactly. With the Two of Cups. It shows the timing on this being a little bit off, right? In that they're right now coming to terms with the fact that you're not going to do to them what their exes did to them, what the other people in their life did to them, right? Maybe it's somebody that went on online dating and has a bunch of messages in their inbox and they choose you. Or you guys have been apart for a while and one of you guys are fearful the other one hasn't changed. But I do see on this one, Ten of Wands shows we got to a point that the burdens couldn't be carried anymore, which means they had to isolate and go quiet in order to make their choice and cut out the people that were trying to get in between this. The thoughts in their head, the mindsets, and the things on this that Aries, they were just afraid history is going to repeat itself. And not with you. This is showing their traumatic experiences from the stuff that they've been through even before they met you. The Four of Cups, it's why they get doubtful. It's why they aren't sure. You know what I mean? But you're naturally born on this one, and following the sun is the right tactic on this. I mean, you guys could even be dealing with a Leo. For some of you guys, this might even be a same-sex relationship, or maybe there's a difference in religion or beliefs or upbringings that has maybe it's a little taboo, and yet somebody's ready to go all in on this one while the other one's slow-walked, and that makes them feel like they were tired of Two of Pentacles waiting, right? But the Three of Cups, the Magician card, shows them clearing that mindset and realizing that you're the one they wish to go with, okay? They needed this time to truthfully find their way. If they had pushed into this differently, they may have actually wound up coming across as a player. Yeah. Star card. Allowing them this time to do the healing is allowing them to see what they did wrong to you, right? They needed this time alone to stop Two of Pentacles making you the scapegoat and realizing that this is stuff that they projected out onto you, and it's the stuff that they were doing wrong that was leading to these weird lockups. They were just kind of blaming it on you. They hadn't started taking accountability. You were the catalyst and the igniter that taught them how to take accountability. So once they finished learning that lesson and working through it, which I see is happening sooner than later, definitely, if not already in communications with this person by your birthday season, you guys will get this on track and take it to whatever the next stage is of whatever stage you're in now. So if it's no communication, talking. If you're talking and courting, you're getting into a relationship or you're moving in together and you're doing that and you're following the natural course of progression. It has been a little bit of a slowing the roll in order for them to find out what they did and take accountability for it. They had to mature and balance both the left brain and the right brain. Libra energy, right? We deal with Libra. Okay? The Libra energy on the Justice card, it talks about balancing left brain and right brain, masculine and feminine energies, right? And getting to that point where they weren't always on one side of the scale or the other and coming in correct. Okay? It makes it worth it in the Seven of Pentacles. They do want to nurture this into something long-term because the Seven of Pentacles is the parable of the sower in the biblical tarot. Okay? And this is nurturing those seeds into a long-term Ten of Pentacles relationship. I like it for you. With the Star card, it is kind of divinely guided. And yes, you guys both do snoop on each other's social media. Understandable. Judgment-free zone in the High Priestess of the Four of Pentacles, you both like to watch. So it's cool. All right? Yes, you guys do communicate digitally. I do see that. Their stories are about you and vice versa. All right, so I like where this is going. It's going from the vibes of like digitally watching and liking stories, then it goes into the communications and it keeps rolling from there. All right, so I hope that helps. All right, I'll see you next week for your live individual reading. And definitely subscribe, hang out. Come back tomorrow. There'll be a pre-recorded bam message getting released tomorrow. Y'all might dig it. All right. Otherwise, check out the playlist. Snoop around. There's lots of stuff here. All right. Otherwise, till next time, I'll see you then. Love you, Aries. All righty. Next up is going to be Taurus. Taurus. Here, bully, bully, bully. Bully, bully. Here, bully. All right. Taurus, you are... Hold on. Let me cleanse the throat chakra. Hold on 1 minute. What's up, Goddess of War? War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Right, Hogwarth? Right? Secretary of the General Defense of the Wars of the... Well, I don't know. We got Venezuelan oil tankers now. We got boats. They're fast. Anyways, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about anymore either. I love divine timing. So good. All right, Taurus, let's do something. Let's use my new deck. I love this deck. I literally love this deck. I know, right? Exactly, Ryan. I'm with you. I get it. You know what I mean? All right, Taurus, let's put you at 20 exactly. So what are you up to, Taurus? What you doing? Let's see what's going on with your person for the weekend, shall we? Well, I know I said, oh, weekend. Oh, Taurus, you might have something going on in the weekend. And remember, whenever you find this reading, it's going to be the following weekend from whenever you find it, and it popped its way into your algorithm. So think about your person, and let's dive in. All right, God, give me everything you got for Taurus. What's Taurus's person up to right now? What is Taurus's person up to? All right, let's do it. 2 shuffles. Whoa, 1 and 2. All right, cool. All right, let's see what your person's doing this weekend. All right, Taurus energy. I really feel vibes of weekend energy for you, Taurus. Oh my God, the overall energy is you taking your power back. You're on a glow up. You're either on a glow up or you're on a grow up or a little bit of both. And it's not even your birthday yet. But whenever a sign's major arcana comes out in their reading, it's telling me you're taking this power back. And it's the overall, which means this person is like all about you this weekend, okay? To hear something more. Taurus is going to get involved. Hold on. Wheel of Fortune, you're like, no, I'm not going to get involved. I need time for me right now. I'm doing some stuff. I got a lot of stuff going on here. Queen of Cups, no, they love you. 7 of Swords, no, the way they came across before was a little weird, but it's the intensity. The 7 of Swords, you're really heavily on their mind. You're part of their journey. You know what I mean? With the moon, could be a Pisces. The 5 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, Aquarius, Virgo, that leads into the Strength card. Okay, I get this. So is it kind of like, if I didn't know better, I'd swear that you were like trying to have some time to find your direction and what you want to do, and like they put a lot of pressure on you because you just like, you're like 5 of Swords where you're like, okay, I want to kind of get to know them. I want to know more. I want to see what's going on here because I like the direction I'm going, but right now I'm single because it's a little intense. They are too. Did you know that? I don't know if you did or not, but they did. They are, because they're actually kind of like still about you. Right? So it's the vibes of not knowing what's going on. Like, where do we stand after all of this? You know? So with the Queen of Cups and the 7 of Swords, though, they're fighting their feelings for you, which means right now they're staying at a distance or they're staying quiet because they are interested in you. It's just right now you've been through so much that it's almost like, did you just kind of like, you asked them for a space or a time to ground yourself, connect, and, you know, like make it through the retrograde? And they were like, well, if you're not ready now, then don't worry about it. Is it just that they tried to, like, they wouldn't give you the time you needed to process through some things? Because they're really thinking about you a lot. The Moon card and the 5 of Swords with that Wheel of Fortune, Cancer, Sagittarius vibes. Pisces is here, Libra. Because it's almost like, I don't know, you taught them how to open their heart chakra up. You know? Justice. Libra just entered the chat. Hello. The 10 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So I do see on this one, you know the reason why the way they were. You know this. And the Queen of Pentacles, they were going through some stuff of what they'd gone through. And the reason that they didn't let you have that time that you wanted to find yourself in your way is because they've had a lot of people in their lives that come in there, use them up, and then spit them out, right? Just take their kind-heartedness for granted. You didn't meet them. You met what the world did to them, right? And when you had all this other energy coming at you, some of you guys could be in the public eye, but it's like when you had all this other energy coming at you, it became a lot to carry on at once. And I don't understand why, but I get the vibes that, like, why do I feel like there were more than one person trying to get your attention? And, like, you got more than one person here. Like, I don't know if it was just through the grapevine or that, but, like, there's like 3 people that say that you were involved with them when you're like, I was not involved with any of them, right? So it's the vibes coming through about it. It's like you're working, so, like, it's almost like you're taking over your reading. That you're like, Archer, I know the direction and the vibe that this is going, and I need them to come in and show up correct on this one. Because there's too many outside influences getting in the way, right? They show you a little attention and somebody else tries to take it from you. You've got that one like weird stalker person from your past that every time you try to move forward or go in another direction, they're either on social media telling everybody Taurus is with me and that, and you're like, I haven't talked to them in forever. Or they're just on there trying to do so much of their own attention seeking that it doesn't let you focus on the one that brings that balance into your life, the one that motivates you and pushes you through, right? And it leaves you in the vibes of trying to find your way, but feeling like you're in the dark with a flashlight, with everybody trying to control you and make you fit into a certain pigeonhole, or thinking that they know what you want. But this one's different. It's just that somebody keeps getting in the way of the connection, and it's almost in the Nine of Pentacles that with what you went through, it's like it's easier to be here on my own. But you do kind of like them, right? It's that motivator vibe. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Hannah. What up? The Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Lovers, and the Two of Wands. Taurus. They're facing a great choice or a great decision. That person that you've been looking at, the one that you think they went and got involved with, or that they were playing you against, that person's actually in their life to teach them how to come in and be a correct partner for you. Okay? Like, hyper-independence means meets hyper-codependence, right? You're Taurus. You're totally cool and good and fine on your own. But then you have all these people that want you when you're like, I'm doing me and finding my way right now. And they're like, nope, not good. Not going to do that. But then you got this other one that's just like, it's like they cross into a safe place and a gray area at once, right? It's kind of cool, Taurus. It's not so much you taking over your reading, even though the Hierophant was the first card out. It's almost like in this energy, this person's like, just let Taurus talk for a minute. So you got this one person that was rather always all about you that's opening up their heart and changing. They're getting into this new place or this new mindset that it's like they've learned and done the work on their own. They've let go and let God, and they've leveled up. Okay? And so while you've got these other ones that you keep saying no to, right? You got this one that you're like, I'm curious about that one. So you're sussing them out. And you wouldn't know it, but they're sussing you out too. Because it's telling me you're saying you're in a single status. You've got other people saying, nope, Taurus isn't in a single status. We'll just do you, Taurus. And that's all you really ever wanted, was someone that would listen to you, let you be yourself, right? When you go through those stages of being judged, money, or used for your status, into a vibe that it's like, I don't understand this, because they never valued your opinion, right? No wonder you'd want to go in another direction, and you're just nervous about it with the Hermit card. Okay? But they're in a single vibe too. The thing on this is you guys both had to go your ways and learn your lessons. They've come into a level up stage, right? And it's like the vibes on this with that Wheel of Fortune, that you both have a little bit of exercise free will, and that you guys kind of both had. So they accused you of like entertaining other options, talking to other people, and projecting their stuff out onto you, when in reality it became very smothering, a lot to control, and you're like, I just need a pause to decompress. And even then it's like, no, you don't. You're ready when I'm ready. And you're like, no, I'm ready when I'm ready. And it's like the clock resets each time, and it gets you frustrated. You know what I mean? I can see it. I get it. But I do see it changing. Okay? Two of Wands into the Five of Cups. There's that Knight of Pentacles in the Seven of Wands. So they are slowly removing the obstacles in their path. Granted, slowly but surely that comes in, right? And if some of you guys, you or them could be born on the 5th or the 27th, there's something about May 27th or September 25th resonates to you, okay? Some of you are dealing with a Pisces. Pisces, Cancer, Libra is really strong on this one. And you do share the Empress card with Libra. Okay, I get it. But then we got Justice here, okay? It's that they weren't ever opening up their heart chakra, and they thought the more they did, or the more they talked, or the more they went in another direction. The card, how it talks about, like, see how the spirits are having to open up and keep that mouth open so the cat takes the pill? It's like, open up, right? So what I see on this one is it's a little bit of them, like, taking their learning their lessons, right? In this vibe, like, you kept them, like, they had to be kept in a safe distance, right? It's like you knew the direction. And you swap with you, or like coming in the too good to be true energies, you had to close it down because you had a lot, right? You guys got your own inside jokes, your own languages and everything. That's the thing on this one. I could get it. The intensity of this could come across as needing some time to process stuff. They were ready, but with what you've gone through in the past, I could see why you might think it's happening again. I could totally see that. But it is getting to open their heart chakra up and really more about like how to energy is strong with this one. So I do see them finding balance. Okay. All right? And that's what will be bringing them back in the other direction. Is it? Okay. Tower card, King of Wands into the Nine of Wands. Let me hit a button on this. Hold on. There we go. Try that. All right. So I've got strong Libra energy. Cancer and Pisces is here. We've got, could be another Taurus, Leo, Capricorn, Scorpio, more Pisces, and Aquarius comes in. All right. So I hope that helps. Keep us posted because I do see either one of you guys are getting ready to talk in the week ahead. Okay. And you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. All right. So I hope that helps, Taurus, and I will see you later. All right. Feel free to check out everything the channel's talk. All right. Thanks for the repost, Susan. I think you guys wind up moving closer together or moving in, and that's a big part of this because it's like power couple dynamics, Taurus. I think there was just some energetical distance needing to be closed up, or physical for some of you. Okay, carrying onward. Now there's echo. Okay, hold on. That was the reverb button. Hold on. Let me see what it sounds like. How's my battery levels too? I'm loving this. This is fun times. Oh, okay, it says I got battery power. Okay. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Let me try the gain control. Hold on. You guys want to hear the voice changer mode? Now it's echoing. Oh God, I didn't know what that button did. Watch this. This is fun. Hold on.
How does this sound if I sound like that? You want me to do the whole voice like this? I could do Gemini this way.
And we'll do Cancer this way. That's cool. Oh, that's a good idea, Hang on, let me check it. Okay, hold on. See? Okay, let's do that. Try that. Oh, wait.
Let's try that. There's the regular. Yeah, everybody's like, no, please turn those voice effects off. This is Archer Astrology with all the news that is news across the nation. Anyways, okay, now I'm just being a big kid playing with a new toy. Sorry. The the difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. All right, let's see. Christina's like, please don't, Chris. Fair enough. It's just a G9. It's the G9. I got a G9. I remember those. Remember the things that were on keychains? All right, how's the audio now? Are we okay? Got to make sure it's okay. I'm getting ready to do an air sign. So it is. It's not bad. And then the mic, I don't know who makes the mic packs because they were from a friend of mine. They're old ones from a news station. So these are actually ones that were used on the air. So they're supposed to be really good. But then I put it to a G9 because these were supposed to just get piped right into the computer, but I didn't go to the computer and the phone. So I added in, is it? Oh, sweet, Aries, man. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I added in the mixer board so I could split the output to go to the phone for TikTok and the computer for YouTube and Instagram for everybody. I'm a dork. I just totally love teching out. Okay, that sounds better. Though we're cool. Oh my gosh, you're in Vancouver? I love going to Vancouver. I actually was there. Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Star Watcher Tarot. I'm going to Page of Swords and check your channel out. This is the channel the other channels come to just to hang out when tarot readers need a break. It is very nice to meet you, Star Watcher. I'm totally going to Page of Swords. I love watching other tarot channels. Any other tarot reader that says they don't watch tarot, their pants are on fire. Ten Commandments. Let my people go, Randy. All right, let's see. Gemini. Okay, we got the audio fixed. TikTok. Do I sound okay? Instagram, I'm good. Shane, do I sound okay, Shane? Best of memes. Butterfly, am I okay sounding? Facebook, we cool? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm with the Gemini. Let's dig in. What up, Michelle, my belle? Sondez, montrez, ventre, bien ensemble. Okay, let's go with this one, Gemini. Yeah, okay, thanks, Lily. Hi, Caitlin. What up, darling? Spinny Hugs Pumpkin. What you up to, Caitlin? Hi. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's rock and roll. Gemini, you're at 3408. Here we go. All right, Gemini. Think about your person. Let's see what they're up to this weekend. And thanks for being here, Gemini. If you want to book a personal, check out everything else the channel has to offer. Help yourself. Just scan the QR code. It'll take you to the link tree. And TikTok, Instagram is pinned in my bio. It's also down in the description in the comments. All right, Gemini. Think about your person. Let's dig in. What's up with Gemini's person this weekend? What do we got going on with Gemini's person? Knight of Cups into the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. Oh, they're getting ready to make another offer. You guys both want this to work out. Magician card of the Ace of Wands. Your person's starting to think with the right chakra. All right, we got the Empress card. There is an offer coming your way with the Eight of Cups. Oh, this is the last breakup makeup cycle. Nice. So it's almost like the vibes that like you guys like. They do this every time. It's the in and out energies on this with the Empress of the Eight of Cups. Some of you guys might have kids together, but it's the energies that like every time things start getting going good, they shut down. Then as soon as you try to go in another direction or reach out to somebody, it got good. But this is like something where it was moving forward, then stopped. So in the Ten of Cups, though, while you guys are working through this, whatever you're talking to is learning lessons for both of you guys. It's a little bit of your prayers or your wishes being answered. You know what I mean? You might be doubting. I think you're doubting if they're going to get their act together this time. You might even be talking to or entertaining other options and then like getting shut down or going into online dating. Nobody responds. You start connecting to people and all of a sudden they're done. They're out. What's up? But then what I'm seeing here is that pause is put in for this one in order for your breadcrumber to stop breadcrumbing you because that's who you really want to be with, right? So as you're trying to get through all this one, your prayers being answered are causing them to like change and go in a totally different direction. I think this is the vibes of somebody that like got out of the vibes, walked away, and then realized they messed up, right? And so the direction that it's going shows a love offer that comes back in just when you're getting ready to disconnect and go in another direction. All right? It's like a total, maybe you were entertaining one choice or like making a decision, or they were, right? Because it's kind of like the vibes that it's that like you were talking to more than one person because one wasn't getting their act together, but it's led them to do that. So it's like you're facing a little bit of a choice. You're in a good vibe, and you got the one that's the breadcrumber versus the one that wants to move Eight of Wands really, really fast. And yet they never took accountability for their actions, so of course you might start looking in another direction. The Hanged Man. Exactly. The Five of Wands and the Sun card, the runner stopped running. So that's what this is. They ran as far as they could on this one. That was the test for this. They know they've got to take accountability for it. They couldn't keep blaming it on you because they disappear for a couple days or a week or two at a time, and then they come back and things are fine. But you're like in just kind of doing you and being in your own vibes. Ten of Cups, Six of Pentacles. You know? It's almost like you got a relief period while they're going through some stuff. Six of Swords, the Chariot, and the Strength card. Oh my word. That's an apology. Whatever that they did on this one, I see that it's the awakening point because they had to have this pause change, okay? That could be what it is. But the Chariot shows them overcoming a great obstacle, a battle that they've had to go through. And I feel like that's what this is because it's going really good until they get all into their own little plans or their own little schemes, their own little business ventures. And then like I don't know if this person's just living out their own Wolf of Wall Street fantasy in their mind or like, I don't know. But whatever it is, then they put you to the side burner, and then when that all goes awry, they come back around. So every time you try to move forward or go into a different direction, it's just the moment they come back in. So whatever it is that they went through, this one here's the one that's got them to slow their roll and see things from another perspective. All right? It's like they finished paying off some karmic debt, and they've gone through a glow-up with Jupiter coming into Cancer. Okay, maybe some of you guys are dealing with a Cancer, and Jupiter going direct just caused them to expand their mind. All right? Basically, it's grow up. They just needed to mature a little bit because they thought they could still run this like they were living some kind of a Hollywood movie fantasy. No wonder you're going people like with age difference or changes because you're like something more mature. And you had the vibes that things were going, but I feel that other vibe of whoever you were talking to, they're just teaching you lessons because you wind up choosing this person in the end because you love them, but you also like to be mad at them. You know what I mean? That's some truth. Right? You can be upset at this person, but nobody else better pick on them. But you're talking to somebody else too. So why are you guys both talking to other people? What? Hold on. Three of Swords. Told you. Did you get mad at them for entertaining other options when secretly you were entertaining other options too? But you guys had to go in that direction to kind of figure it out. Right? That's what I'm feeling. Like if they told you, give me more time, I need more time, you're like, okay, no problem, take all the time you need. You start going talking to somebody else, and all of a sudden they show back up, and before you know it, you're in this back and forth, in and out, and you don't know which way to go. Three of Swords. The King of Wands, the Four of Wands into the Ten of Swords. That's how we overcome the overthinking. Oh. Water seeks its own level, right? Four of Wands to the King of Wands. It's like some of y'all disconnected from your twin flame journey, right? Because the twin flame was twin flame, right? Yep, been there, done that, burnt the t-shirt. Gemini! Tarot, Gemini, twin flame journeys, that's a very serious thing. Gemini's like, not really. Yeah, it was really serious. But like, so you choose to go with the soulmate. It never really fully gets off the ground because the soulmate winds up going back to their equal partner and level. So you and this person can get their act together and come in right on their level. It's like paying off the karmic debt. I'd love to put it into a fancy magical term, but it's like they grew up, right? I love it. That other person goes back to their person too. For some of you guys, that's what they told you. Like you tried to move in another direction, and they're like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm going back to my ex." And you're like, "Oh my God, why does everybody go back to their ex?" And then your ex comes back to you, and you wind up finishing the twin flame journey. That's the wild part. Interesting. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I want to know how in the world what in the world could they do this good to like warrant Gemini giving them like that one last chance? Whatever that. The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune, Gemini, because you forgive them every time, and this is the last time they're going to do this stuff with the Ten of Wands. You're going to forgive them. That's why you're here watching a tarot reading about them. That's why you really weren't all in with this other option anyways, right? You were just basically doing it because they were doing it, right? Oh, okay, fine. You want to dump me and talk to other people? Then I'm going to go dump you and talk to other people. Then it's like the other people really don't vibe right. And then you guys both Ace of Cups back in this direction. That's all. Makes sense. Star card, Wheel of Fortune. So you forgave him. That's why you're here watching the tarot reading about him. Oh my goodness. So the vibes on this is them learning their lesson and coming in correct. They couldn't keep doing that to you. The Five of Wands, they kept running until they ran out of steam to run, and now all they can do is run back to you. It's somebody growing up. I love it. Gemini, I hope that helps. That is kind of confusing. I get it. But your person's growing up. Their transformation is kind of epic on this one. You got someone that realized, like, you were basically facing a narcissist and an avoidant. The avoidant woke up and showed back up. Or is going to. That kind of vibes. All right. I hope that helps. Okay, cool beans. Next up. Thank you guys. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Thank you to everybody here for hyping the reading, liking the reading, just taking time to interact with us down in the chat and in the comment section. It doesn't cost anything to hype, to like, to leave a comment, and it helps the channel get into the algorithm, the family, more than you guys know. So thank you. And see, between all the platforms, we're at, wow, to the 428 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Wow. Worldwide. Thanks for the repost too, Becca. I love you, girl. Time not to get, this is, Becca, you know what? I understand that. That resonates. You're invested in this one because, Becca, only you're allowed to be mad at them, right? Exactly. Anybody else messes with them, you're going to give them a piece of your mind. All right. Let's see. Where's my Cancer banner? All right, cool beans. There we go, Cancer. All right, you ready, Cancer? All right. All right, Cancer. Cancer, you're going to be at 4322. So let's do this. All right, Cancer. Think about your person, and let's see what's going on for you and them. What is on their side? What do we got going on? What is Cancer's person up to? What is Cancer's person up to? Let's do it. Here we go. Perfect. Deck's connected. Your person's ready to talk. King of Wands and the Four of Swords. The time apart has allowed the player ways in them to pass away. The Magician card. And with the Three of Pentacles, the Guardian Angels have been beside the both of you guys this entire time as changes are being made. The Two of Swords shows maybe you guys don't have much hope or faith left that this could happen, but I see balance coming into both of you guys. The Magician card, the Guardian Angels leading both of you guys to go through the changes that you're going through during this down period. Okay? So let's get you some answers. Let's get Cancer the answers. Let's do it. All right, give me some answers for Cancer. Let's see what we got. Because it feels like you guys both want this. Let's see. So why is nobody talking about it? Seven of Wands. Okay, so they're moving some obstacles. Knight of Pentacles. It's taken forever into it with the Seven of Cups. Uh-oh. In the Justice card, there's balance approaching. Cancer, this is either a soulmate or a twin flame journey that's elevated and ascended, okay? You guys have entered into Kingdom Spouse territory. This is the one. This is serious. You might identify with this person as divine counterpart. If you don't, they are. If they already said to you, are we soulmates? It's like you come into my life just when I need it. And you notice how you guys, when you guys are apart, both your lives go to HE double hockey sticks, but when you're together, things are good. Yep. That's why with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups here, y'all are being tested in all 7 of the 7 deadly sins that the kingdom spouse journey faces. Gluttony, jealousy, adultery. Everyone gets tested because with the end of the narcissistic cycle leaving and us now being in the avoidance cycle, we are going to be tested in a lot of putting the burdens away and making it long-term. It's no longer about just, oh, this didn't work, so I'm leaving, but it's actually sticking it out through the good and the bad, better and worse, sickness and health, richer and poorer, for as long as you both shall live. You heard of that one? Right? Crosswatcher heard of that one? You guys both are. Am I reading for both you guys? Are both you all into tarot? Or did I could be doing a couple readings for you guys in the future. Interesting. 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. You guys are going to wind up moving back in together, so there's got to be a distance between the two of you guys. Maybe it's a result of how things went down, right? Maybe even the spiritual connection started to freak somebody out, right? But you got 3 10s. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. That just means the only 10 that's missing is the 10 of Swords, which is where the overthinking is overcome. The repeating 10s could speak to you. Might be seeing 10-10 a lot. Maybe something about October 10th resonates. Or some of y'all, you or your person could be born on the 10th. The 10th, definitely the 7th, the 14th, the 8th, the 5th, 15th and 25th, 18th and 28th. I don't know why, but I'm seeing something about 111. So maybe you guys are seeing some repeating 111s, right? So the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups shows that you guys both want this, but this was a big lesson in the 5 of Pentacles in sticking it out through the good and the bad times, right? It's kind of like you were dealing with that runner or that avoidant that was so used to all of this and the same cycle that it left you feeling stuck or feeling controlled, like you had to just go with the flow, bless their heart, go with whatever they're doing, otherwise it could get 10 of Wands, right? And it became so much to deal with. 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles on this Queen of Swords shows the energies that they were not at total peace with themselves. That's what they're working on, is coming internally in some peace. That you will come to find out, Cancer, that the 5 of Pentacles, the reason they closed the door on this relationship, it's not closed. The 5 of Pentacles talks about, the 5 of Pentacles is my Tom Bodette card. Because even though the door may be closed, Tom Bodette left the light on, right? This 5 of Pentacles showed that they needed to see 10 of Pentacles. Maybe some of you guys did live together. And they needed to go their way to do some work on themselves. 8 of Pentacles, okay? So it's like a pause got put into this connection in order for them to find themselves. Because when you guys met, they ran the same game on you that they had ran on everybody else before you. However, you are the one that was the catalyst in them turning off the light switch. You were the last person they brought in and attracted in with their player ways. And now, Cancer, they're ending the player ways because of meeting you. Okay? They're maturing. They're growing up and we're getting ready to become a kingdom spouse. That's a big awakening to go through. They might have just discovered tarot. If not, God's putting it into their cell phone's algorithm. That's why guardian angels and ghosts, they love being alive in 2026. You don't even need a Ouija boards anymore. A Ouija boards, that's last cycle. Ain't nobody got time for the board game, right? Some of you guys might play board games or a board night. But now the ghosts, you don't even got to do that. The ghosts just use cell phones now. So you and your person both, you're getting tarot into your phones, things that your TikTok feed, both of you guys are getting the same stuff as you scroll. Basically, you're holding the Ouija board in your hand, right? So both of you guys are being turned on and awoke to this. Even in the silence, they haven't moved on one bit. Not a bit. Everything still guides you guys both in one way. They're just, see how they're healing themselves? Look at on the 5 of Pentacles. See how they're for some of you guys, maybe they actually are in a cast or using like crutches or something. But this shows somebody who went through a lot. The karma that they paid off as they close out this cycle is the one that's realizing that it's a big part of getting themselves in order, so they're ready to bring their 10 of Cups to the table to match your 10 of Cups. And this time alone on this one is that isolation point for them to do that work, to come to that peace, to close out the stuff they've done with before. There were too many fearfulness coming in on this one because of them being that way. But meeting you is the one that causes the player to stop being a player. They're like, like they went away, right? You guys go your separate ways. You guys might have lived together and then moved apart, or you know what I mean? 10 of Pentacles down to a 5 of Pentacles. And in that time on this one, the time apart, is where the devil taunts them. They had to beat this devil energy. Maybe for some of you guys, they had to overcome an addiction. Something that got in the way. Like you saw through this. The devil represents their surface level energies, addictions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, drinking, addiction to attention, addiction to themselves, right? 2 of Pentacles. You're the person, Cancer, that they choose 2 of Pentacles over the devil, over the addiction, over what took over their life. You know what I mean? This time apart is giving the time to choose and realize that Cancer is the answer. Oh, no, I like that one. All right. But yeah, so this is what this is growing. They are actually doing the work on themselves. And you're sitting there thinking, oh no, it's silence. There's nothing going on. They probably moved on, found somebody else, doing something else. No. Only people in this person's life are the people that are helping them get to this point. Judgment card on the moon card. Yeah. See, that's the thing on this one. Here's the wild part for those of you guys that are suspecting it. Like if you've been Page of Swords in a little bit and you're like, nope, I know they went somewhere else. Or you're just watching all the tarot readings right now and the tarot readings are all saying, oh my God, everybody's a cheater. Your person uses their abilities to their advantage. The people in their life are there for a very smart reason. You know how your person is. Look at them objectively. Go a little Hierophant for a second, Taurus energy. Let's step back and look at them. You know they know what they're doing. And that is what they're doing. The people in their life, because see, there could be the vibes that any other tarot channel on surface level would say, oh my gosh, this means that they're seeing people. Look, there's 3 heads on the moon card, Pisces energy. However, what we're going to find out, is the collapse of society. The tarot readers online, actually avoidance. And there's going to be a lot of channels that just kind of fade off into existence. You know, like when Elvis wasn't the king anymore and just retired to Graceland and hung out in his bathroom. But anyways, I'm not picking on Elvis, all right? Are you guys just a bunch of British Elvis and Presley? No, it's not true. It's not true. Anyways, what? Huh? Anyhow, is somebody in music? Somebody a musician or a singer-songwriter? But the people in their lives behind the scenes are the ones that are helping them make themselves ready for you. It's not a breakup, it's a pause. That's what it is. 8 of Pentacles card. It's the closing of that cycle. They're finishing up. Like, they got, and then you turned them into somebody that fell in love with you. See what happens, cross-watcher, when you mess with a Cancer? At some point in everybody's life, you've messed with a Cancer, right? Oh, cross-watcher. You're a cross-watcher. Cancer's got 4th house stability, makes a home nice and happy. I mean, we could do what you've been doing forever, cross-watcher. It's been going on for the past 1,000 years. That's worked out really well so far. No, your person with the judgment is coming back for you. Oh my word, you made a player fall in love. They are in so much uncharted territory to come back to their safe place. 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands, but they've learned the lesson. And the Page of Wands, here's the message you thought you'd never get. So stop trying to act all Cancer. Put the Kroger rubber bands on the claws, Cancer, because this is the message you're sitting here right now going. That phone goes off, Cancer. You're going to be walking through your living room like, oh my God, they called. Oh my God, they texted. Because you guys love each other. It's taken them a minute to wake up. They've never been in real love. You met a runner, you met a player, and they're finding out they're in love. All right? Heads up. All right? This week ahead is going to get pretty epic pretty fast for you guys. All right? All right. Cancer, I hope that helped. And until next we meet, feel free if you'd like to book a personal reading, scan the QR code or check out the links down below in the bio. All right? Otherwise, I'll see you next week. All right, Cancer, have a good weekend. Randy, it is total. Cancer and Cancer's person are like, they're good. All right. Crosswatcher's like, no, Cancer's the manipulative one. Cancer's like, no, Crosswatcher's the manipulative one. God's like, they're both the manipulative ones. Something is, yeah, no. What's going on? Let's see what's up. Hold on. See, but yet it's got sound.
Original sound.
There we go. I think that took the echo. The sound is hilarious. Me learning how to use... I really should have probably taken some time and learned how to use this. Archer. No, that doesn't even do that. What world? What's that sound like? Does it sound any better like that? It's still got that weird echo. What's that do? Oh, that's even a bigger echo. This is kind of fun, you guys. Is that better? Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm learning how these things work. I'm just going to leave this on the table. How about that? I'll just leave it on the table. It ain't going to hurt nobody. All right, well, we'll start with that. I'll wind up putting... It's a wire. It's supposed to work like 250 feet or something. I forget. I mean, I know news reporters don't stand right next to the camera when they're doing like a live field report. There might be a reason it doesn't work at the... maybe there's a reason the TV network didn't want this anymore. Oh yeah, my buddy that does tarot on YouTube is looking for some old mics. We got anything? Yeah, give him the crap in the back. No, I'm not being ungrateful. That was a mean joke. Not being ungrateful. Not being ungrateful. That was mean. The audio is hilarious. Okay. Meanwhile, let's read for Leo if the mic holds out. I'm still learning how to use it, and y'all know I'll get there. You know I'll get there. I don't want to hit that voice changer again because that was weird. That was just weird. I don't know what that button did. Oh my God, it's got sound effects. Whip it, good. Oop, Paul's broken a glass, Paul's broken a...
Nice.
Noise. Oh, that's mine. Very nice, very nice. How much do they have to license that from the Happy Tree Hugging Friends thing? There's licensing stuff involved on that. That's weird. That sounds almost like my actual real laugh when I'm not Archer mode. That's Archer, that's fine. You like me. You really love me. Anyways. Canned laughter. Oh, is there a Wilhelm scream? There's no Wilhelm scream. We need to add a Wilhelm scream. Sorry, Leo. I'm a grown-up boy with big... The difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. Sorry. I was pushing. I can't help it. I'm a born button pusher. Okay. Leo, let's just read some cards for you. I'm still learning how to use this stuff. I like technology. My God, I grew up on a talking Trans Am. I like flashy lights and pushy buttons. All right. We should, Molly, I'm going to look into it. Maybe I can add a Wilhelm scream to it. You know I'll get the hang of this thing. I'll figure out how this whole thing works. It's a blast. I'll probably be up till 1 a.m. I've done really good. I've gotten the 1 a.m. to like 7 a.m. schedule down. There's so much fun stuff to do that late at night. Okay, let's see. Hi, what's up, Morgan? All right, Leo. You're going to be at 5808. All right, Leo. We're done playing with the microphone. Maybe we'll make a timestamp for the mic. No, we're not going to do that. Anyways, Leo, think about your person. Let's see what they're up to this week. All right, let's go for it. God, tune me into Leo's energy. Let's see what's left with Leo's person. Want to know what they're doing right now in the week ahead? Whenever it is. Just add 7 days to it whenever you find this, okay? Let's tap in and see what they're up to. Here we go. Did they already make the offer, or did you already send the offer? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, there's something getting started on this one, isn't there, Leo? 7 of Pentacles into the Queen of Cups into the King of Pentacles. Oh, with the Lover's card. You killed off somebody's ego, and they're getting ready to come back around. So let's see what's up with this. You caused, hold on, puzzle piece. You caused somebody's ego death, Leo. Hold on, there we go. You caused somebody's ego death. Remember that person that bragged all the time, Leo? That one. Yeah, remember that one? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. They're sitting with themselves, realizing they didn't nurture this connection properly. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles. Look at you looking good, Leo. 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys might have lived together or had talks of it. 5 of Pentacles. It's so similar to Cancer's reading on the 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles. The Death card, the Tower card, the 8 of Swords. It's part 2 of the Cancer reading. King of Swords. Why do you two always do this to me? Cancer, Leo, both of you in my office after the All Signs. So you put somebody's ego in check Wait a second. What was Cancer's person's problem? I'm curious if that's you. Anyhow, no, never mind. Some of you guys are totally dealing with a cardinal sign, though. That's cool. But yeah, Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's dealing with a Virgo, too. I think on this, it's interesting in the Queen of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles. You put them in check, didn't you? And you humbled them, and that's why their ego's all messed up, right? So that's a bit of what we've got. Oh, you guys aren't. You're right, Melissa. This is my office already. My bad. Anyways, well done, Cancer and Leo. You guys listen good. No, because in the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, it's like that they were getting so out of hand and out of control with things that you had to put them in check, right? Because it was either the ego, the braggy, the stuff that just kind of got to be too much and you didn't like it and you just weren't having on this one. So maybe it's like you guys lived together and moved apart. But in that time, because remember, the Five of Pentacles in my decks, that is my Tom Bodette card. It's not that the door's open, the door's cracked, the light's on, right? If I didn't know better, Leo, I'd say you were putting somebody in a timeout and testing them, but now you're fearful that it went in another direction or didn't go the right way, but then all of a sudden it does go the right way because the energy is the Ace of Pentacles. Leo's getting nervous that Leo stood their ground, and behind the scenes, Leo, Eight of Swords, you're like, should I have not done that? And I'm sitting here going, hang on, Leo, it's tough love. You had to put them in some tough love. They needed a timeout, right? And you're like, yeah, they should have cracked by now. I'm like, well, why don't you reach out to them? Oh, are you crazy, Archer? Kind of. Anyways, the thing with the Death card to the Tower card, this is something that's been going on for a little bit, right? Because the Tower card in my decks, that's the Jenga card, right? Because a tower doesn't just happen out of nowhere overnight, right? Example, you were planning to put them in a timeout for about 3 weeks. You put up with this stuff for a while before you were like from Alice in Wonderland, off with the heads, and you were good. Tower card. This is Jenga. The Tower card's my Jenga card because it takes those little things being pulled out over time before the tower finally collapses. And then they reach back out without successfully rebuilding the tower, right? King of Swords. So you got a little bit of a nervous that you're in your head and you're like, you know what? I'm just doing me. I'm staying up here on the top of my mountain where I'm safe and I'm okay, but I'm nervous, right? That's why your major arcana is the Strength card, Leo, because in this lifetime, you are supposed to actually be able to open your heart chakra up and let some people in, right? So the vibes on that's coming in is you're like, yeah, I let this person in, and this is why I'm staying on top of the mountain where I'm safe. I get it. Because you tried to open it. That's why in the Strength card it depicts the guardian angel ripping the cat's mouth open to get the cat to take the pill, right? Like, check the pill, right? it's that kind of vibes. Something about Kratom resonates. But, maybe somebody's battling an addiction. Death card, Tower card. So the thing on this one, it's like your cutoff game has them coming around. You got, somebody here's in sales, right? Because we used to say this in car sales, right? Is that he who speaks first loses. You're just getting a little nervous that you might have to speak back up. You're like, no, I don't care. But what are they up to? You're here watching the tarot reading on them. Also, they're here watching the tarot reading on you because you guys both want to talk, right? So is it just the fact that, like, you guys aren't talking, but you're still having the fight? How do you fight in silence? Ten of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, maybe you guys live together and it's just the awkward silence for some of you guys, right? Here's your dinner. Tina, get in the kitchen and make some dinner. Napoleon Dynamite might resonate. I'm more of a Borat guy. That's a great success. Now, see, I told you guys both want this. Ace of Pentacles come back again, right? I'm not talking to Leo. I'm not talking to Crosswatcher. What's Leo up to? What's Crosswatcher up to? Right? You can dial direct, Michael. What we've got here is the runner that comes back in and comes back around in this one. All right? In other words, that the silence making the heart grow fonder, just as you're getting ready to. This is, you guys are, Molly Man, I have a chair, King in the Castle, great, I have a chair, very nice. Very nice. The other tarot readers, they cannot afford. Great success. Anyways, you've got the runner that finally just face planted the wall and turns back around. And so what I'm seeing, objectively looking at this, God's lining this up anyways, making chess moves down here on Earth to bring you guys both back together. Okay? So the things that's happened up on this one is telling me you're getting to your break point. You're just about ready to crack and press send. And literally while you're holding the phone in your hand, the message comes in. You two goobers are literally doing the same flippin' thing at the same time. I'm done with Leo. I hate Leo. I'm done with Crosswatcher. I hate Leo. I'm not forgiving Leo. I'm not forgiving Crosswatcher. And God's sitting back here going, you guys all already have. What's the matter? What's going on here? What's happening down there on Earth? I didn't know God had an Italian accent. What's the matter down there? Three of Swords. They made you feel like an option, so you're making them feel like an option. Temperance card to the Hanged Man. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can be more single than you. Nine of Pentacles. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No. Oh, Crosswatcher Leo's going to out-single you. Oh, no way. I'm going to out-single Leo. I can be more single than Leo. Watch me. Seven of Swords. And the Guardian Angels are just chuckling. Like, this is fun watching these two. And yet you guys are the one that are living this HE double hockey sticks while the Guardian Angels are sitting there going, they both want to talk to each other. That's the thing. So you guys are both doing it. But you're like, oh, no. Crosswatcher's stalking me. Leo's stalking me too. No, you guys aren't stalking each other. Would you guys stop that? Stop that. It's a strength card. That's all. Open up the heart chakra. So just so you know, Leo, they will wind up pressing send first. It's cool. Some of you guys may have to double check your block list. Straight up. I'm not trying to call you out on it. Nothing like that. I'm just saying the messages. Some of you guys are still blocked. But it's kind of fun to keep having the fight. What? Oh, come on. You two are flirting? You're flirting, fighting? What kind of Ace of Pentacles is this for the love of tarot novellas on a Spanish TV channel at 3 in the morning? What is going on? I mean, I totally dig spicy. What is up with this? Okay, now I must learn more about this. You guys are flirt fighting. And I don't know this term. This is new for me. Because you're not talking to them. They're not talking to you. You guys both want to make good on this. But yet, it's like, no, it's kind of more fun to fight. The Sun card. This is how you guys are flirting with each other. You're flirt fighting with the Sun card. Leo's like, don't call me out, Archer. You love them. Shut up, Archer. No, I'm not shutting up. You love them. Crosswatcher, Leo loves you. Leo, Crosswatcher loves you. Would you two kiss and make up already? No, I'm not talking. Literally, if you guys were still in school, like the boy would be pulling the girl's pigtails, and the girl would be like punching the boy in the shoulder. Yeah, you can't ride on the Ferris wheel. I'm going on the swing set. You don't get to use the big metal burn your butt slide. I'm going on the big metal burn your butt slide. Right? Those slides did burn your butt. Wow. 80s babies, man, did we live through it, man. All right, anyways. Yeah, I grew up playing with jarts. Yeah, they were still allowed back then. Yeah, let's give them a big, heavy, pointy Sharpie object and chuck it at each other in a backyard. This is an awesome, wholesome fun for the whole family. You guys go way back, okay? So what I'm seeing on this one, just so you know, Leo, they will press send first, okay? Many of you, they already have, and you guys are actually doing this. So you guys do live together. This is the vibes that like, oh, we're going to break up. Oh, this is a pending divorce. Oh, yeah, I'm done with you. And you. Oh, wait, we're getting divorced? Yeah. Oh, so that means you want the queso and the extra guac. Yes, of course I want the queso and the extra guac. Okay. All right, no problem. All right, I got you on that. We good? Yes. Okay. Leo, I think you'll be okay. Hi, Lisa, what up? I think you'll be okay on this one. It's like the fight leads you guys to a dinner. Guys, heads up. If the girl texts I'm hungry, that just take them out to dinner. Give them a little dinner. Keep an emergency pack of Reese's cups somewhere where they won't melt. Okay? It's cool. Anyways, Leo, you guys will be fine. Yeah, they're going to push send first, so don't worry about that part. All right? You can maintain. You're letting them chase you till you catch them, and it's going to work out really, really good. Okay? All right, Leo. If you want to book a personal or check out everything else, just let me know. Hit the shoot the QR code up here, or check out the links down in the bio and also in the description box. Also, if you want to purchase any of the decks, I went through Amazon and copy-pasted all of them in the description box, so help yourself. All right? Leo, I don't even know if that helped or not, but you do with it what you will, all right? See you later. No, I love you, Leo. You know that. Come on. It's okay. Love you, Leo. All right, bye. Why does Leo always do that stuff to me? Oh, my gosh. Now I want, like, potato salad or something. I don't know. All right, Virgo. Let's get into Virgo. Doobie-doop-doop-doop. Boom. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Oh my gosh, thanks, Ryan. Thank you, Lisa. Spinny hugs, Lisa. Gabriella. Oh God, stop doing that microphone. I'm learning how to use this thing. Okay. What you want to use, Virgo? Where do you want to go? Let's go with the intuitive goddess for something. Let's do that. All right. Virgo, you're going to be at 1. Oh, wow, you're at 1-10-10. Oh, that's cool. Maybe something in the Cancer reading resonates for you. I remember Cancer got like 10-10-10, a lot of 10s. But yeah, 1-10-10. All right, Virgo, so let's see what's going on for you and your person. What's up with you and the one on your mind? What are they doing this week ahead? From whenever you find it. What is your person doing for the week ahead? All right, let's see. 5 of Wands, the 8 of Cups. Wow, Virgo ain't messing around. Virgo's like, Tower, whoa, okay. Virgo ain't messing around. Virgo's like, don't cut the deck, just go. I'm just following the energetical draw on this one. 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands. You got a 10. Oh my God, Virgo, you got the 110 Cancer didn't get. Okay, something totally ties into Cancer, or some of you guys are dealing with one. 10 of Pentacles into the 9 of Cups. You're wishing for something to work out because you're tired of this stuck point in the 5 of Wands. You're sitting there right now. You're like, my person is not learning their lesson, or I'm not learning my lesson, or I've learned the lesson. That's what it is. I've learned the lesson, 5 of Wands, and when the 8 of Cups, I need out of this. Why do you feel stuck? You're stuck. 6 of Wands, you're like, no, Archer, I'm not going to be stuck much longer. 6 of Wands. Okay. Same with your person. Some of you guys might have kids. Maybe kids are a factor. Something about kids' vacations or something. Tower card on the 10 of Wands. I think you're getting burnt out about somebody who can't learn the lesson, right? It keeps happening. 10 of Wands to the Tower card on the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys did live together, or some of you guys invited them into your home. Something about squatters' rights or something, and it's like you can't get rid of them because like the whole reason you went this way was because of what they were doing to you before. Otherwise, this person wouldn't even have shown up, right? Because you didn't even plan on going in this direction, but your person gave you no choice, and you were like, well, I'm not going to sit here forever. And so you move on. You thought you found this person well, 10 of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Wands, it went south so quick. Either you found out you were the third party, or they were calling you somebody else's name, or stuff was, and you were like, everything to belittle you and make you out to be the villain and everything, right? And it's after you like opened them up and took them in and helped them through some stuff, and then they go in that direction, you find out they're still talking with an ex or something like that. But then this other person you were interacting with is the one that you want the 6 of Wands with, which is why you guys had these other people come into your lives to establish that, right? I think you and your person are cutting out the obstacles, right? Because your person, see, the thing about this one here is that the way that they went and like made you feel like an option and got in the way of things. No wonder you go and look in another direction. Some of you guys might have found that out, and like you found out you were the third party. So you went and looked in another direction to become the third party. But then you guys learned your lessons and had to cut that stuff out because you're stuck and you wanted out of it, right? And that's where you get to the point that you're rebelling. Because in this direction, you can't be stuck like this anymore. Where you almost feel like, or some of you guys are like a prisoner in your own home. You know? And the vibes of that, of feeling stuck, is what leads to this Tower card moment that you, like, because I look at the Tower card as a Jenga game, right? In that little pieces are being pulled out over time that leads to the Tower card falling, right? But you can't have that tower falling in order to stop and rebuild and get the solid foundation back. Therefore, you guys are very nervous that you're on the hot seat for something or getting called out on something. But I see on this, maybe some of you guys, like somebody's staying in a motel or something right now. But I do see on this one, it's just that everything it's like history repeating itself, where everything they told you their ex was involved with is what became with you. And now like you're like, I need to go in this direction, right? And so you're just privately making some plans behind the scenes for the direction to go. That's why you're so nervous about things. Yeah, 9 of Swords. You're not telling anybody about your moves, right? 5 of Cups. Oh, Virgo. You got a choice. Oh. Because you've got a karmic third-party energy that won't let you go while you're seeking energy or asylum with the person that you wish to be with, right? Because the lessons have been fulfilled and you're faced with a choice. That's why you got to book and bail out. You got more than one person that Mercury retrograded, right? The one you haven't talked to, or the one that uses the kids as leverage, that's the first vibe, right? Or for those of you that there's not children involved, it's just the fact that this person acted like a child. For lack of like a better term, maybe they'd hold their breath until they turn blue. But because of everything that went on, and some of the stuff that got involved into this, the vices and the things in the way, I see the direction why it went like that, okay? And that's where this got called out onto it, because it's like they tried to accuse you of it, but in reality it was them that was going on. And that's why like you're facing a choice, because you wouldn't even have gone in another direction or looking for or entertaining other options. This person hadn't have done what they did to you. If it wasn't for that, then this other energy would have never shown up in your life. But because of what they did to you, you know, how long were you supposed to put up with it on the Nine of Swords? They couldn't keep manipulating you and going around that direction. For some of you guys, they chose a vice instead, and it became too much to deal with. But if they could have had their act together at first place, you would have gone in another direction, now wouldn't be faced with this. Because you're like, I'm done, gone by, I'll see you. Right? Especially for those of you that they're drinking. You wouldn't have looked in another direction if they hadn't given you a reason to. Right? That's why I see you cutting it out. Because you're like, I'm not anything with that. It became so much. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, something about 777. That is July. That's a July date, July 7th. There's definitely something in the Cancer reading in this one. Because some of you guys have suspected, because what I'm seeing happening into it, whomever it is that you got a problem that's getting ready to solve itself. Knight of Swords. God is lining some chess words. You got like a weird third party won't leave you alone. Right? You. I'm my ex. And you're like, oh no, oh darn, wait, can you pack? Can I help you pack? Can I buy you a plane ticket? You want to borrow my car? Because secretly behind the scenes, you've already got something else going down. And that works out. You guys just needed to cut this out. Maybe you and your person both were like getting out of a current relationship to come together, right? Or two of you guys working things out and cutting out the placeholders that were brought in the meantime. The karmic lessons play out, 6 of Wands, so that you two can then work stuff out the way you've been planning to. And that third party energy, they've already planned to fix things with their person anyways. So you guys all actually wind up working things out with the people you wish to be with, and you skirt past the bad stuff. Okay? All right. Virgo, if you want to check out or get a personal reading, you can scan this QR code up here, or these links down in the description box. That'll take you to everything else in the Archer Network. All right? Otherwise, until next we meet, I will see you then. All right? Until then, peace, love, many hugs, Virgo. Love you. All right, guys, you know what we'll do? Until I learn this microphone better, I'm going to go get the old microphones. And I thought ahead on this. Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. I thought ahead on this. I have the old mic still wired in. I just have to use them. So, uno momento, por favor. I'll fix this. Until I learn this better, typical Archer, I could have taken some time to watch videos on the equipment or learned how it works. No, I'm just going to plug it in. Let's see what happens. Well, and here we are. So hold on. I have the backup mics until I learn this more. Backup mics. Gonna use the backup mics. Hey, on TikTok. Take a Dramamine real quick. Hold on. I got to shake the phone. Hold on. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, but don't break it. All right. You don't want to break it there. All right. Out. That's it. It's okay. It's my head. I have health insurance. We're fine. Okay. There we go. Let's try that. Wouldn't be the first time I've hit my head on something. Won't be the last. Anyways, what? Okay. So TikTok. Okay. And then, hold on. Let me get my old standby down here. I always kept the backup just in case. TikTok, how am I sounding? We good? Oh, God, you're crooked. My Virgo moon ain't going to let that happen. Hold on. Straighten that camera up. There we go. Okay, how am I sounding on the TikTok? Woot woot. Okay, perfect, Carrie. Thank you, dear. All right, now let me make sure I got the right mic set up over here. Okay, YouTube, you're now on this microphone. All right. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Polaroid picture. Yes, I'm an 80s baby. Yes, I'm old enough to remember that song. Yes, I'm old enough to remember when girls thought body glitter was cool. Okay. Everybody liked Baby Spice. I like Posh Spice. Hold on. Let me mic this up. I got to go up under my shirt for the mic cord, so we're obviously going to go off camera for that because this is YouTube. It's not those other types of channels or those other types of sites. Yeah. Hold on. Found it. There it is. All right. Is it still cool, Medusa? Oh, I didn't know it still was. I thought that went out of style. I mean, I dug it. I liked it. I thought it was cool when girls had the body glitter stuff on back in those days. Those were the good old days, man. Oh, class of 99. Yes, I'm sure everybody who graduated in 1999, I'm sure all of us, was your graduating song, "We're Gonna Party Like It's 1999 too"? It was mine. All right, let's get back into it. Is it cool, girl in love? Oh, good. Thanks. I've just been out of the loop. I happen to think it was. I dug it. I still know Britney Spears had that headset microphone with the red suit, too, in that video. My Britney Spears had a headset microphone. My Britney had a headset mic. Did your guys? Okay, we're going to use the old mic. I knew better. I knew not to take the microphone away until I knew how the new one worked. So I had a backup plan just in case. I'm like, you didn't really test this. I made a 5-minute video to test it. That was my test. Yeah. I should have known better. I've studied the Titanic for years, and I knew that it had like no sea trials, and it went to the bottom of the ocean. I should have put the microphones through some trials. Okay, anyways, we're fine. It's all good. Okay, we're back. Let's get on to Libra next, shall we? We shall. Okay, Carrie, your Brittany had the headset too? My Brittany had a headset microphone. Either way, Brittany looked killer in the red suit. I mean, that was cool. But anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're gonna party like it's 1999. That was my fist bump. Go class of 99. All right, Libra. Libra, you're gonna be at 121.30. All right, Libra, think about your person. Let's see what they're up to this week. All right, what is your person up to right now? Libra, what is your person up to right now? Let's see what your person's got going on right now. I love Brittany too. Brittany was amazing. All right, let's see. Posh Spice was still my favorite Spice Girl. Oh, Victoria. Libra, you got the 3 of Cups. Your person's thinking about love right now. They got love on their mind. That's my wedding at Cana in the biblical tarot. This is interesting. The 4 of Wands and the High Priestess and the Page of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Your Libra, your person is starting to think with another body part than what they used to think with. Oh my gosh, they kind of want to be with you with the Sun card because they figured out you're the one that they learned their lesson in happiness, and it's with you. With the Lover's card underneath that, the choice being made. Oh my God, something you never thought would happen, Libra, is happening behind the scenes. High Priestess, and the High Priestess, that is Pisces energy, and we're in Pisces season right now. This is going on right now. This is the scene in Spaceballs that happens right now. The 6 of Pentacles, the breadcrumber is coming to a stage of equal reciprocity because in the 5 of Cups, the breadcrumber misses you. King of Pentacles shows that they've gone through a little bit of maturing, and with the Ace of Cups, they're ready for a fresh start, and the 2 of Cups being divinely guided, because if it had happened any sooner, they wouldn't be ready to 7 of Pentacles nurture this connection into something long-term 10 of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords. So we have somebody who is coming to the end of not a deceitful vibe, because they're telling me that it's not a lie if I don't say anything. No, that's still kind of a lie in a way. It's a lie by omission. But in the fact on this one, the breadcrumbing vibes into the 5 of Cups is showing me that they got into a state that they don't want to do it that way anymore. Because like they were immature before. That's why they would come across this. They got very scared. It's not that they don't love you or didn't love you. It's that they didn't understand it. Okay? That kind of a vibe in the 5 of Cups. And they're lying with that 7 of Swords. I want to see what's up with that because there's something deceptive still going on that's giving you weird vibes, right? Maybe even some of you guys were like, you know what, if they don't come through or come correct, they've got a deadline. And if they can't, then that's it. I'm walking away. Something like that. Temperance, they're going to get it right though. And Justice with the 4 of Cups. So what I'm seeing on this one is that they don't understand love. You met somebody that was coming out of an immature stage in their life, and you were the catalyst that started it. That's why they were in the breadcrumbing stage. It's not the fact that they didn't know. It's the fact that they've never experienced it. They were too immature. They hadn't had real love in their life. Either they've been through breakups where they were taken advantage of, or marriages where they got the shaft as they were going through the marriage or the divorce. So whatever it was, it left them in a stage where they're like, I want to be single. I just want to take some time and figure out me. Well, guess what? 2 of Cups, they're lying about all this too because they already know they want you. Okay? For some of you guys, they didn't know the direction to go in this, and they felt it was safer to lie in the Seven of Swords and tell you they had somebody else in their life when they didn't. They wanted to make them out to be the villain, okay? They might have blocked you to make them look bad because they're like, I'm going to make sure Libra hates me and that Libra doesn't want me. I'm going to make me out to be the bad guy that way, right? Notice how like that they won't talk bad about you. And you're like, yeah, I'm blocked. They don't talk about me at all. No, that's it. You're their safe place. They're keeping you in that safe place. That's what this is all about. It was easier to make them out to be the villains, easier for them to lie, them to block you, because they were very nervous as to what was going on, right? Especially for those of you that had gone through a divorce, Seven of Cups, told you there were options. In reality, this is a high-level soul connection. The Seven of Cups, that's my 7 deadly sins card, Scorpio energy, okay? So the thing on this that's coming out is something will come into your guys' lives, because when you guys are, this could be your twin flame, soulmate, you guys are ascending, okay? As we are now in the end of the narcissistic era, your person is entering into this avoidant era, that the avoidants are awakening and realizing that they were the ones slowing this down. Sometimes when you have to be tested during the kingdom spouse journey, all 7 of the deadly sins will be tested, right? Lying, gossip, gluttony, jealousy, all of it, right? They needed to grow up. That's the big part on this one. They couldn't resort to these younger type of tactics in order to like keep you at bay or under control. They tried to make you hate them, and they did that by lying. I'm seeing somebody else. I'm going somewhere else. I don't like you. I'm just going to block you. But yet you still love them. That's why they can't get you off of their mind, right? Because you guys are still connected and you're still looking out for them, and they're realizing that as they mature, grow up, and awaken. You were the last person they interacted with when they were in this like emotional player vibe mode. You're the one that's caused them to start changing their direction. That's why they're single. There's no wands. There's no wands. There's no passion. It's all water and earth right now. You know, aside from the Temperance card. Some of you guys, it could be Libra on Libra because that Justice card is there, but that's telling me that like you're taking over their power, in that like they're realizing that you're the one. Knight of Wands, the Choice, and the Star card with the Death card. They're choosing to transform. Libra, this is the one person that with what they've gone through has actually changed and chose to do the work. After all they took from you, all the time, the attention, all of it. You know how most people will sit there and say people can't change? This person has isolated themselves because they wanted to. They've been 5 of Cups depressed internally behind the scenes for so long that they went internal and realized they were the issue. And this is someone, now side note, I mean, you do know how they are. They are doing this for them and that they want to be a better person, but they're also doing it so that they can get you back. I'm pulling that they never like this. It was like a false start vibes that never went under, because when they first met you, they were still a player. They were still used to that. They were still avoidant. And so they would retreat back to their singlehood, their safe place, just doing them, right? So that's the vibes on this one, that now that they want to come forward, they have to try to unwind those lies. So it's a big test for you. That might be some bit of the hang up with the Death card, okay? Because we have an avoidant that's going through an awakening that you triggered. It is quite possible for some of you that you might be waiting so that you can give them a piece of your mind. They got to make good on this, stuff like that. That's why God pauses this. Because they're coming in an Ace of Cups and a fresh vibes and the energies around you guys. So it's actually, when you can find that closure and put the past behind it, instead of requiring any further communications, to just start fresh and get to know each other all over again. When those of you that haven't accepted that, you watch how quick they open up. Those of you that have accepted that, it's coming in the next week if they haven't already. 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, they're silently single behind the scenes. They are sussing you out from their fake profile with the Chariot and the 10 of Swords, and what they're seeing is what's causing them to come back in. Because guess what? You never texted them on their 7 deadly sins. Remember, both sides of the Kingdom Spouse journey goes through 7 deadly tests. And you're like, Archer, I wouldn't cheat on them. I'm getting ready to walk away and find somebody new and go ahead and, but I wouldn't cheat. So God knows this. And so that's why you have the interactions you're having with the people you are, posting the stuff you are, and that, because your person is karmically getting a slight little bit of taste of their own medicine, and that they're like, wait a second, Libra's got somebody else, Libra's entertaining, and what? And then it's like they're seeing what it feels like to do what they did to you. This is allowing them to open up and be like, I don't want Libra to get away. Wait, that means I'm ready to be with Libra. And that's what they're coming to the terms on. Okay? So this is an energy of somebody that based on the stuff they've been snooping into you publicly that you don't know about, that they have found the drive to come in correct. And you don't even know you're doing this right now to them, but they're snooping. And they think that, I mean, you're like, I've got a picture with my cousin up there, or I've got a picture at that work event. Who was it? That was Bob from accounting. He's like 10 years older than me, or 20 years older than me. I don't care what you know it is, Libra. They think that's your latest thing. Okay? And that's just enough to be like, wait a second, I'm just learning how not to be a player. And now, did I wreck Libra? Is Libra that way now? Oh no. So this is what kind of leads them into reaching out. It actually is a little bit of an apology. All right? That lets you guys go forward, though, into the Ace of Cups in a new direction. The Ten of Swords shows them getting out of that old overthinking vibe and being ready to maturely come in. Less emotion, more maturity. All right? So it took them a minute to realize the depth of the soul connection, but I do see on that Seven of Swords to the Ten of Swords says that they're getting the hint on it. Some of you guys are just embarrassed because they didn't realize how deep the soul connection was until your guys' Ace of Wands moments didn't last that long. So just so you know, they know what's up. So I hope that helps, Libra. If you want to book personal reading or check out everything else the channel has to offer, help yourself. Just scan the QR code or look for the links down in the description, comments, and pinned in my bios. All right? So thanks, Libra. I'll see you next week. Love you. Carla's like, what about Bob? Let me use Bob right quick. Oh, thanks, Carrie. I think Libra said it, for Libra, it's a big test in the boundaries. That's all. Big test for Libra and boundaries. If in Libra, it's not wrong. It's because you love them. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this about it's a test for setting boundaries. The thing is, the only reason that this separation period or this quiet between the two of you guys was kind of needed is because you love them. So you would have actually continued to let it happen, all right? Just because and I'm not calling you an enabler, you loved them. So God needed to separate them and let them get treated the way they were treating you so that they could learn to grow up, mature, and treat you the way you were supposed to be treated in the first place, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the speaker box, no and then. All right, love you. All right, Scorpio, let's dig in. Let's go for it. What up, eyes open? Thanks for coming in. I missed you. How you doing? And Melissa at Sunshine Intuitive Tarot, thank you so much for everything you do for the channel. All right. Hey, what's up, Too Sweet? Oh, you just made me think of Too Sweet by Hosier. Hi, what up? I take my whiskey neat, my coffee black, and my bed at 3. Okay, Scorpio. Hi, Cassandra. What up, Cassandra? That actually is a good song, too. I just finished Libra, Lola. Yep, but it is available over on YouTube. You can hop over to YouTube and scroll back, and then I'll get them scheduled so they can get processed and uploaded over the weekend, so that TikTok, Instagram, you guys will have them too. All right, Scorpio. Let's dive in, Scorp. Let's see what we got for you. All right, Scorpio, you're going to be at 133.07. I love that song too, Crystal. That's a good song. I wonder if I should do a bass cover on that. I still got to redo Caitlin's bass covers with the new sound. I better fix the mics before I do new bass covers. I'm not gonna in any way insult Caitlin Petty's music. So I gotta make sure that mic's perfect. But yeah, me too. All right, you guys ready? All right, Scorpio, we just melted to a 133.33 timestamp. That was totally worth it. I love talking. Okay, cool. All right, what's up with Scorpio's person? 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups. On the Strength card, your person's overcoming their pride and ego, right? Because they wanted to be with you in the first place on this one, but the 8 of Pentacles, they had some stuff to work on because they weren't willing to open up to anything, right? Their way or the highway with that Strength card. You know how on the Strength card, Scorpio, it shows the guardian angel ripping the lion's mouth open, like take the pill, right? That's the thing. The stubbornness in the Ace of Swords is what's leading them to want to reach out in the Page of Wands and change their mind. But the 5 of Pentacles to the 5 of Cups shows that they might be nervous that maybe you're not open to this because of what they did, all right? But the thing is, they still want this to work out. They're only hoping you'll give them a chance, which tells me that they've kind of realized, I think they're taking some accountability for what they did, all right? So let's see what's up. Oh, thanks L1, fam. I love the Light Seers deck. Hey, Susie. All right, let's see what we got, Scorpio, because that's a bit of what's going on, I think. So let's see what we got. Overall energy is the Page of Pentacles into the Two of Cups and the Judgment card. So they are going to take some accountability. This retrograde does have them looking back and reflecting, Scorp. Two of Cups into the Page of Pentacles. Time's come to talk to you about this. All right, so I've got the Three of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Some of you guys could have been married to this person. So this could also be for some of you with pending breakups, divorce, or divorced. Queen of Swords into the Five of Swords. This person never had any internal peace inside of their mind. They were rough, right? They had so much stuff going off in their head nonstop, always thinking, always processing, that they always took it out on you, right? Three of Cups into the Knight of Pentacles. They would try to slow things down after taking advantage of your good heart and your kind nature, but then they were never there for you, right? So you were the one that opened them up to this whole thing. Seven of Swords into the Knight of Cups. Never taking accountability for what you guys have been through. Never, for some of you guys, they never even wanted to change their Facebook status. They never wanted to let anybody know things were going on. They would disavow your existence at a moment's notice, when in reality, behind the scenes, you knew they were all about you, right? And then they would all sit there like, you know, Scorpio, I'm not ready yet. I told you, you're moving too fast. I need you to slow down. I wasn't ready. I need more time. And then you're like, well, wait, but yet when you needed this from me and that from me and that from me, then you were ready. But now you're not ready. Oh, I see how it is. See, they weren't taking accountability on things. They were trying to pawn it off that everything that went wrong was your fault. You're the reason they're not ready yet. You're the reason. When what they were doing, Scorpio, was projecting out everything that happened with them and an ex onto you. You actually found out how their ex broke up with them. Page of Pentacles. It's learned behavior on like a grand scale. I think this person gets kind of enabled, don't they? Like maybe they come from a family where if they threw a temper tantrum, mom and dad gave them their way. Then they had that one like completely absent parent that was never there. So the other parent just had to pony it all up and be like, well, we're just all happy. We'll just, here, I'll just buy you a toy or just give in to your wants. And so they're very used to getting their own way. And then they wound up taking it out on you. Because then you wouldn't, right? Because they expected you to sacrifice your whole 10 of Cups in order to make their 10 of Cups reality. No compromise, right? Because when you have two people coming together, whether it's just a relationship or it's a marriage or whatever, it's about taking both of your 10 of Cups dreams and turning them into the 10 of Pentacles future together. 6 of Wands, I was right. They never took it. You had to conform to them, right? They wouldn't change for you. It's like, well, I like Italian food. Well, I like Mexican food. Okay, so maybe on Tuesdays we get a Taco Tuesday, and then we go to Carrabba's on Friday. No, I don't like Italian food. We're only getting the Mexican food, right? And so you have to give up liking the Italian food because they don't want it. Instead of being like, well, okay, I'm not a big fan, but yeah, most of the Italian restaurants, they got chicken and steak, so okay, we can work with this, right? They wouldn't do that. They'd just be like, no, Scorpio, you just stop liking Italian food. I don't know why I'm going with the food for the analogy, right? But that's the thing that's on this. And then behind the scenes, they're telling everybody, oh, this was Scorpio's fault. Scorpio was like so picky. And it's like, no, Scorpio knew what was going on, right? 9 of Wands. Yeah, even when you guys talked about this, it's like, why do I have to sacrifice everything for your happiness? Well, I'm not sacrificing for you either. And then Scorpio's like, you never sacrificed anything anyways. What are you talking about, right? Always about him. 3 of Swords, Emperor, or her, no gender in tarot. Even for my male Scorpios, you were dealing with a woman who was a masculine, all right? Male Scorpios, if you ran your girls' birth charts, you would see they had a lot of masculine energies in their chart that turned them into a divine masculine, even though you're the guy. Some of you guys, it could be a same-sex relationship thing going down too. But that's the thing. 3 of Swords and the Emperor card. No, Scorpio. First of all, they're not cheating on you with anybody else. Don't worry about what you're seeing online. You know them. You're the only one that can put up with them. There ain't nobody else going to take on what you put up with. There ain't nobody else going to put up with them. Only person they're cheating on you with is their own ego. Anybody else dealt with this person, they'd send them packing, send them for the hills. But you get them. You get them. You know how they tick. You know how they click. You know how they work. 10 of Wands into the Queen of Swords. This is allowing that time to find the peace that they need to come to terms with the fact that they were the problem. What you did, you took somebody out of their narcissistic energy and awoke them to the fact that they were the one avoiding all of this. And instead of like just addressing it, they found it easier to retreat back to their safe place, right? And that's the way that it went to it. It was easier to retreat to the safe place and try to make you hate them as opposed to trying to bend to your ways. But in the time apart, that's where they're realizing, Nobody really handled me like Scorpio handled me. They saw their karma for what they did. Me too, Mel. The Empress. Told you they saw their karma for what they did. And we have a divine counterpart with the Hanged Man. Pisces just entered the chat. Scorpio. Pretty looking, Pisces. Empress card on the Emperor card. We have divine couples. No wonder you guys went through these tests. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Libra or a Cusper, because we have a divine couple on this one with the Emperor and the Empress showing up. You guys are elevating out of your twin flame journey, out of your soulmate journey. You guys are elevating. I don't care if it is your twin flame or your soulmate or somebody new. You guys are going in to the kingdom spouse journey. This is heavy, Doc, because when you face the kingdom spouse journey, Scorpio, you guys will be tested in all 7 of the deadly sins, because as we come to the end and the final narcissistic collapse of society, where the narcissists are out, as we enter into the avoidant era, where the avoidants all start awakening, and these narcissists realizing that they were avoidants, and they come out of this vibe in this new era, it's that you guys elevate. Because it's no longer that narcissistic vibe that, oh, Scorpio did something wrong, I'm done, I'm out, I'm gone, runner, right? Been there, done that, burnt the t-shirt, right? Scorpio, the runner's vibes are done. This is the vibes of, okay, you don't run, you stick it out. Through sickness and health, and richer and poorer and better and worse, so long as you both shall live. That vibe as you come into this. So jealousy will get tested, gluttony, gossip, adultery, all of that goes through. At least you guys know with the 3 of Swords on this one, any direction they go is going to treat them the way that they treated you. It's all lessons. They're not going to get rewarded for anything, right? The vibes on this one here, it's going to be that ultimate forgiveness that literally has your person scared out of their mind, that like forever. What if I can't handle it, right? Your person's own fears and intimidation, how like their own insecurities are inside. They truthfully, deep down inside, Scorpio, believed they could not be a good enough spouse to keep up to your level, so they thought it'd be much easier to make you out to be the villain and treat you bad. But now they want to be your partner. Now they're ready for this. They paid their karmic debt. They've matured. They've grown up. Some of you guys, they could be in a Virgin, one of their Saturn returns, that brings you guys together for an anointed union. That was meant to be. So they are doing the work behind the scenes to cut out any options and excuses to get through those 7 tests so that they're ready to go forward with you guys and actually take you out if you want to go for Italian food. All right? So either you've already heard from them or they're sussing you out and getting ready to. I really think you do before Aries season on this one. I'll be shocked if they make it through the retrograde without finally taking responsibility and owning up to what they did. All right? The real question that comes out on it that may be causing a little bit of a pause is that maybe you guys aren't ready with what they did to you. If you flat out told God, I need a little bit more time, God will grant that. That just means for your person, when I go do their sign, they're going to be upset about patience. But for those of you who aren't ready, remember, it's your time. You have free will just like your person did when they chose to ran. So if you need a little more time to be ready, then you are totally allowed to take that time too. They didn't mind making you wait and making you have to be the villain. So if you need a little bit of time, I see them being receptive to it. The Emperor and the Empress vibes. It's all happening exactly as it's destined to be. All right? This happens before Mercury retrograde ends, guaranteed. The Pisces energy has your person really, really emotional. All right? So I hope that helps, Scorpio. Keep me in the loop on this one because your person's going to Mercury retrograde all over your telephone. All right? And then you guys can build back from there. All right? Okay. Love you, Scorpio. Let's see. Okay, let's kick into it. Thank you to everybody here in the chat hanging out with us. Oh my goodness, we are over with all Instagram, Facebook, with all 4 platforms. We are over 500 people in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping the screen, for hyping and liking and sharing the channel and the reading. Thank you guys for keeping us out here doing this. I love doing this. I love being here for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, interacting, so that I can keep being here for you guys. Hey, Tiffany. Oh, thank you, darling. Spinny hugs. Thanks, Pumpkin. Thank you. Hey, Kendra. All right. Fist bump. Hey, Jack. What up? My dad's name was Jack. That's cool. You ready, Lighthouse of Destiny? All right, let's dig in. It's time for a little Sagittarius energy. I love reading for Sagittarius. I'm still Archer. All right. Let's dive in. Sagittarius, you're going to be at 144.24. I'm going back to the Light Seers deck, Sag. Let's do it. All right, think about your person. Let's see what we got for you, Sagittarius. All right. What's up with Sagittarius' person for the week ahead? Whoa. Why is your person all fumbled up right now? Oh my gosh. Why? Okay, what's up with Sagittarius's person for the week ahead? Let's see what's going on. I just heard why so serious. Is your person getting ready to open up? Let's find out. I'm curious. 8 of Pentacles and the Devil card. Your person's working on beating out the devil to come your way. Your person's dealing with a devil that's coming your way, 8 of Pentacles. You think they're cheating on you and they're not. They're not cheating on you. 8 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Who's ever in their life is there to teach them a lesson. And bonus points, you're going to find out the other person's married and it's not a third party vibe. It's that your person is interacting and hanging out with people at work or in their friend circle that are in relationships and that are married so that they can learn how to actually do that because they kept treating you like you guys were still single. Oh, I got Sag off. I got Sag off on lockdown, so now I can just keep doing me. And God's like, no, it doesn't work that way, right? So this is why they needed to learn to open up. That's the biggest part. Whomever it is they're interacting with, when you snoop onto their social media and you're like, I knew it. I knew they had somebody else. What? I knew I was the third party. You're wrong. And I like telling a sign they're wrong, okay, is because that person is already married and with somebody else, but that person is teaching your person how to actually be in a relationship, all right? That's sort of a vibe. Could be a coworker, something like that, that they interact with each other. So like this person that you think is the person that like your person's cheating on you with, especially with how long it's been, how many years it's been, that's a big time, right? Could even be 5 years for some of y'all, all right? But some of you guys, this just happened last night or at 5 a.m. this morning, I'm being told too. However, the thing on this is that, okay, it's like it's that person at work that the person at work actually complains about their person to your person, and then your person talks to, okay, straight up, I'm just going to call it as I'm hearing it, and then your person complains to them about you. All right, so I'm going to find out what they complain about you. Let's go right there, right off the gate. Hierophant, I want to know more. I'm not even laying all the cards out. We're doing this a little different for you, Sag. The Death card and the Page of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. So you have a breadcrumber that is learning that from this person. Okay, I see what it is. So they were a bit of a player, right? The thing is, granted, yes, they did try flirting with this work person. The work person put them in check, and now they're learning how to be in a relationship from the work person. The stuff that they say about you, don't shoot the messenger, Sag. I'm just a speaker box. Sag is too hyper-independent. Sag doesn't need me. Oh my gosh. Sagittarius, okay, female Sagittariuses, you might have to do the pickle jar thing once or twice for this person. Where, you know, Sag, where you come in and you're like, okay, this is just for this part's for the girl Sages, where you're just like, I can't open the pickle jar by myself. Oh, here, Sagittarius, darling baby, I'll do that for you, right? That sort of a thing. Guys, maybe you actually got to ask her once or twice about like, hey, what shirt goes with these pants or something like let her help you pick out the tie or something, right? No, Archer, I'm a male Sagittarius. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I'll pick my own baseball cap. Well, maybe one day, male Sagittarius is just play and be like, hey, honey, which hat would look good with this polo shirt? You know, right? Okay, anyhow. Anyways, it's don't shoot the messenger. Your person thinks you're too hyper-independent, so I'm actually giving you a cheat code. All right? Female Saggies, I totally know that you can open the pickle jar. Male Sagittariuses, the hat looks perfect. It was a good choice anyways. You're fine. I'm a Cancer. I'll stick up for you, Sagittarius. All right? But, okay, so let's keep going into this. That's all it is. And I'm only giggling because I actually think that's one of Sagittarius' best things. I love how independent Sagittarius is, where it's like, hey, Archer, did you talk? Like, this was back in the day. This is back in the day when I was younger and I dated a Sag, and my friends would be like, hey, did you talk to the Sag, to your girl today? And I'd be like, no, but I'm sure she's fine. No news is good news. You know, if something bad happens, she'll reach out like, hey, the car's in a million pieces, or I blew up the refrigerator, that sort of a thing. But your person, Sagittarius, maybe they weren't that way before, where they were like too clingy and like they were all over you, and you needed that little bit of independence, right? And then they're sitting there going, oh, Sagittarius is independent. No, what it is, Crosswatcher, is you were slightly codependent. What? I know, exactly. Who said that? The Hermit card, the Ace of Cups, and the Tower card. Oh my God, I think I just gave the Crosswatcher an awakening, Sagittarius. Hang tight, they might be giving you a call soon. Anyways, the Hermit card, Ace of Cups on the Tower card, with the Strength card. Yep, see? After all that time of thinking it wasn't them, they didn't do anything wrong, they're realizing they did need to change. We've got some pride that went before the fall. So the thing on this is that when you guys were interacting at the end before, yep, they were in that vibe, in that place, but they're coming back around with the Tower card from whom they interacted with since you guys last spoke. Literally, you wanting them to get better and wishing them well is literally why they're interacting with the people that you're seeing on their social media. So you're the one that manifests. You're like, no, that's not how it's supposed to work, not with what I'm seeing, right? But the vibe on this one that's coming into it is that they're there to show them the direction. Because you wanted them to be right and perfect for you. You knew this when you met them and got into it. You knew there was something more. That's why you've been waiting on this and watching from afar and snooping and checking them out, because they're your little project, right? You're the ninth house. You're the archer. You knew when you met this unawoke person that this was going to be this long, crazy, dragged out battle thingy, right? It's part of the kingdom spouse and the twin flame and the soulmate journey. So the thing is, they are still on point and they are still awakening in the direction that you knew they were capable of when you met them, all right? So the thing on this is that they're coming into the vibes and the place and the energies that at the moment they're wanting to be single with that Hermit card and work through their ways on their own, okay? So they've cut everybody else out. There's nobody in their life that they love or are interested in. It's the direction that the people they're interacting with are teaching them how to be the spouse that you asked and ordered them to be, okay? It's a tall order, but you knew this when you met them. You knew that when they did begin their awakening, that it could be rough. The kingdom spouse journey gets that way. When the twin flame goes off on their own and you get tested in all 7 of the deadly sins, but your person's still all about you. That's the thing. With them not being able to get you off their mind, you guys are following the course. They couldn't keep breadcrumbing you. They couldn't keep making you into an option, so they have to see what that all felt like, right? And so I do see in this, they're walking away from that old mindset, having done the work while they're on their own with the Hermit card to come your way for some fresh love with the Ace of Cups. All right. Ace of Swords is the hay text with the Page of Wands. Oh, some of you guys are... Okay, so I'm reading for 2 groups of Sagittariuses. Because some of you guys are already interacting with this person because you broke up with your ex, they broke up with their ex, and you guys can finally come back together. So the people that took advantage of you while you guys were apart, even with the 5 Pentacles, some of you guys did move in with people or had roommates in borders. Everything you went through, they went through too. Right? That's the thing on this. You guys are still mirroring. So like you found out they were entertaining other people. You were entertaining other people. Because you're like, oh, fine. If you're going to do that, then I'm walking away from this too. I'm Sagittarius. I will take this hurt and I will build on it. I will take this hurt and go to the gym and work out. I'm going to go start a tarot channel. I'm going to start doing, right? Because they kept going through that. So you guys kept mirroring. So they're doing the same thing too, in that you're getting burnt out on it and just like, I've just had enough. I just got to go on another point. I'm not even giving them another choice or another chance, Archer. I've heard this forever. I've heard forever. They're going to reach out. Everything's going to be okay, right? It's that minute that you disconnect from it that the Knight of Pentacles shows up and delivers that Ace of Pentacles. So you either get the choice of closure or continuance, totally up to you, that takes you in that direction, okay? Now, for those of you that are already in and currently in a committed relationship, because I see I've got some that are on a twin flame journey that have dealt with long separation, while I have others that are currently working on something. 4 of Swords into the 10 of Cups. What I'm seeing here is the reason that they're so closed off and quiet. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, they're overthinking this. You're dealing with a lot of what they went through with their ex before you, that the last time that they felt like this and this in love with somebody, they're scared of getting hurt. It's a little PTSD trauma. Okay, because they got to that point. And so with their heart opening up for you, it's in a 4 of Swords that it's like a little to no communications while they're sitting back going, am I ready for this again? And you're feeling the same way too, because last time you guys were both into like connections, you both got hurt. So you both love each other, but you're nervous about opening up to each other, right? But they're getting ready to open up to you more. That's the big part on this one, 4 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. In that, I actually see a straight up communication. Some of you guys, it could be Sag too. But I literally do see you guys having a talk about what you're both scared of, getting hurt from the past, and actually being able to talk through it in order to open up and finding out the whole reason for this silence and the pause is that you guys were actually just both scared and nervous about going distance, okay? For some of you guys, it could be a distance being the factor on this one. That's keeping the 4 of Swords pause. Is that it's like still a little bit of living in a dream world that you don't think will ever exist, but yet it's still coming, okay? I see that with the Hierophant, the good Lord will provide in the fact that maybe work will change and you guys will have to relocate. They have to relocate. things happen to bring you guys either close the physical or the metaphorical distance so you two can finally work this out. I do feel like it's a bit of a long distance thing. Is that what it is? Like this group of Sagittarius is either you or them moved away, so now there's distance in order to get restored. Then you got this one here that like maybe you guys met digitally online or somebody moved for work and it's still a long distance thing. That the good Lord's going to provide the ability to overcome that barrier. Bring you guys close or bring them back closer so that you guys can restart or get things better. Okay? They want to close the distance on this one. That's the thing. Some of you guys might even like you'll find out like for some reason you decide to move back. Cost of living, life reasons. I don't know, just no reason. I got to go in this direction. I don't know why, but I see one or two that might even be like, well, due to the cost of living, I got to move back home or move back in with family. And it winds up getting you back into the neighborhood or them back into your neighborhood. And instead of winding up going to live with the family, you guys wind up living with each other. That's wild. It's getting heavy. All right. I hope that helps, Sagittarius. All right, even for both groups of Saggies, there's some of you guys that have been waiting a long time for someone, but then some of you guys really wanted this one to work out because it was going so well. And we're getting ready to close the distances on the Ten of Swords. All right, hope that helps. All right, let's see. Oh, did you guys Lighthouse of Destiny? I think it's the distance. I did see a lot of that for Sagittarius. Dude, Sag, stand your ground, Sagittarius. You guys are like one of the most amazing signs out there. Trust me, there's no way nobody can stay far away from a Sag forever. All right, let's see, especially Gemini. But let's find out. All right, on to Capricorn. Let's dive in. All right, Capricorn, what you up to? I'm going to switch back over to the Bible Tarot for a little bit. Let's use the Biblical Tarot. All right, cool. All right, doo-be-doo-doo-doo. That one is actually a little intense. It's like that Sag went into two different directions. I really think Sag's person just got very scared of long-term commitment. But with that whole changing of the guards by coming out of the year of the snake into the new year, that's where I see the change. There are so many people right now that y'all aren't talking to that you're like, oh, never going to happen. People don't change. My person's not going to change. That literally right now behind the scenes in the silence, they're going through it and they're changing. And it'll blow your mind when that day comes. All right? Okay, Capricorn. Let's put you at 157.07, Capricorn, and see what we got for you. All right, God, tap me into Capricorn's energy and let me know what's up with Capricorn's person. What do we have for Capricorn's person? Let's see what they're up to right now. The Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna just call it as I see it. You got somebody that either you found out caused them or like. Okay, somebody's cutting out of a third-party situation to come your way. They're picking you and the person they were with when they met you. That person is now the third party and is getting cut out. Okay? It's kind of like the vibes that you met somebody digital or online or maybe even just local, but they were involved with somebody. And then they had somebody that tried to keep them on the hook or like got them, played mind games on them to come back around. Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And they cut that person out. Okay. I mean, straight up, they were already looking in a direction when you two met. Maybe they did or didn't tell you they were still involved with somebody or made it out to be less than it was. And then you're sitting here like, well, things were going really good. Then they got quiet and I'm left here holding the bag, Ten of Swords, not knowing what happened. But in the Empress card to the Nine of Cups, it's literally that they went cold or went quiet to go back and cut out the other peoples. All right, so let me get some details. This is interesting. World card, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups into the Queen of Cups. Because the other person was already depressing them, that's why they were always looking. They were already looking in another direction. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you guys met on online dating. And that like, because it's like the vibes that this person was sick and tired and over with what they were going through. So they were already knowingly looking. Okay? It wasn't like they were in some happy-go-lucky relationship and you became the third party. They were already looking for something at that point. That's why you guys came into each other's lives, okay? So this one ain't on you. But even with that Five of Pentacles or the Five of Cups, I do see those of you that found out about it because it's like they stay quiet. But then you're sitting here going, why are they Five of Pentacles? Why did they ghost me? And it's actually getting worse because it's like, instead of them just telling you, look, I was seeing somebody or I was in online dating or I'm in the middle of a divorce and telling you the truth, they think it's better to go quiet and ghost you because they don't realize how much time's passing while they're cutting this other energy out. And so you're sitting here thinking they're done, they've closed off, and then the ignoring you, Five of Pentacles, is worse than if they told you the truth, right? And yet they went this route because they're like, oh my God, if I tell Capricorn that I was involved with somebody, that I got to get out of this because I want to be with Capricorn, Capricorn's going to go into that mindset of, well, if they cheated on somebody with Capricorn, they'll cheat on you with somebody else. Your person's not like that, though. Okay? You actually are the one they wish to be with. The other person is the one that became the third party. They don't want the other person. They were already disconnecting from it. World card to the Five of Pentacles. Because they were dealing with a narcissist. And that narcissistic cycle is gone now. That's why they're avoidant. Because they were just like you, Capricorn. They were an empath. Okay? They were an anxious empath. They met the narcissist. The narcissist turned this anxious empath into an avoidant. That's why they had to cut that out. Right? Five of Cups to the Queen of Cups to go in the direction of real love. All right? That's why this goes where they found you and you guys bumped into each other, because you actually were brought in because they were stuck. Like, you know exactly what they're going through because they're the product of what they were involved with. So this is one of those ones that actually was already looking when they found you. So they already actually do want to change. You're like, no, they're not going to change. And I'm like, no, actually they are changing because you're finding out what their person did to them, which is why they actually wanted to cut this person out to come your way. And you're just sitting here like, well, they're more quiet than I am, and that's a lot, right? But that's the thing. They're only quiet because of what they're chopping out with the Ten of Swords. They really should have told you this. They were so nervous in the Five of Cups of telling you that they weren't totally out of a connection, or they were still dealing with some PTSD traumas from the ex. And so they thought it'd be easier for them to go off, hide away, and do all this work on their own without letting you know how long it would take for them to do it, right? Which leaves you all Five of Cups on the Ten of Swords. But that's the vibes on this. You're the winner. The other person in their life that has them stuck is now the third party, and they're working to get rid of the third party with the Chariot. They can overcome this one, all right? The Chariot into the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. And they grow up, and Daddy's home. You guys were tested. Man, we got another Kingdom spouse couple coming up in Capricorn. The Empress laid down right on the Emperor. So you guys will be put through this test of the 7 deadly sins, where it goes through this one, in order for them to not run every time you want to get serious. That's their test. They got to be able to stick this out. Sickness and health. You made them feel awkward one moment by asking them about serious commitment, and they booked it for the hills. They asked for you to come into their life because they hated the person they were with already. You know what I mean? So this is the final phase on this one, that the avoidant has done the final cutting out of the person that turned them into an avoidant to actually come in for you as the Kingdom spouse. Believe it or not, Capricorn, and I know there are a lot of people in this world that says people can't change, people don't change, a leopard don't change their spots, right? To it, I have a Jeopardy question. I would like to answer your question in the form of a question. All right, something about Jeopardy may resonate. I'll take Kingdom Spouse Journeys for 1,000, Alex. What if, like, remember how when you met this person, you saw through their mask. You saw the real them deep down inside, right? Right? What if your person isn't changing? But what if they're changing back into what you saw inside of them, that this other person destroyed them and made their public mask the way it is? The stuff that jaded them and turned them into the avoidant? They're not changing into something they don't know or understand. They're changing back into who they were before their ex wrecked them so that they're ready for you. They're not changing, they're just changing back. All right? It's real love on this one too. You guys will hear about, like, you guys are going to work this out before we get into Aries season. They're going to fix this during retrograde, total week ahead vibes. Okay? So that's the direction on this one. It's just that your person realized they suck at being a player. You know this. Their person turned them into this vibe. Their person made them this. They're finally turning back into that person that you saw through deep down on the soul level. All right? Love it. All right, Capricorn, I do hope this helps. All right, if you do want to book a personal reading with me or check out the other stuff the channel's got to offer, just scan the QR code or the link's pinned in the bio. It's also down in the description box. And otherwise, till next we meet, I'll see you then. Do understand, Capricorn, your person is not changing. Your person is changing back into what you knew they were deep down inside all along. That's a big process. That's a big awakening. That's a deep rabbit hole to go down. I've been down that rabbit hole. His name's Jim. The rabbit's name's Jim. He's cool. Everyone knows somebody named Jim. All right. But you know how much that actually works in sales? Car sales, real estate. Okay, everybody who does sales for a living, here's a life hack. I used to do it all the time. Everybody knows somebody named Jim. So when you have people that walk in and walk up to you and they're like, oh my gosh, Archer, yeah, remember me? I bought that Grand Cherokee forever ago. Oh my gosh, I think so. Yeah, I think Jim mentioned your dad or something like that. Yeah, my dad knows a Jim. It works every time. Try it, salesmen and saleswomen. It'll blow your mind. It works every time. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. My sister, she used to date this guy named Jim, I forget what school he went to. Oh yeah, I know that Jim, that's my buddy. It's hilarious how it works. Life hack. You see how I didn't like car sales? I hated being crooked and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Bree's like, I know a Jim. All right, on to Aquarius. It works. There's a reason I've got multiple pins and awards still for being top selling and top producing in the region. Oh, it's not that why am I proud of that stuff? Anyways, all right. I do like this job because I get to be honest. It's nice. And I'm not saying every car salesman is. I'm just saying that more are than aren't. I'm just going to stop now. Lighthouse of Destiny is like, I know some gems. Right. I have actually for a bit. But yeah. Okay. All right, let's see, Aquarius. We're going to put you at 20606. Oh, I kind of like that one. That's kind of nice. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, Aquarius, think about your person and let me know what's up with Aquarius. What's up with Aquarius' person? What are they up to right now? What do they got going on? I want to see what we got with Aquarius' person. Because you've been trying to get this person's attention for so long that you kind of gave up, right? Hey, Kara. 3 of Wands to the Ace of Swords, and yet you giving up on this is why they're getting ready to come back around. Because they tried to control you with the silence, right? Could live at a distance, or maybe it's like a digital or an online meetup or something. Maybe you guys met online. But Ace of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles, I really actually think on this one is that they were trying to control you through the silence until you kind of out-controlled them. And it's got them changing their vibes on this one. They want to come closer to you. The King of Wands to the World card. If I didn't know better, I'd swear it was somebody that got involved in a long-distance relationship that at first they were like, I don't do long-distance relationships. But then all of a sudden, because of you, Aquarius, they're like, I might do long-distance relationships or something like that. Okay? That's what I'm wondering. The Star card, the Queen of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Chariot. It still kind of leads down that direction, right? So the thing on this is that we've got somebody that really, with what they've gone through, wants to try opening up to you because you try. And it's almost like the both of you guys are like having a hard time overcoming this boundary of silence, right? Because they got so used to the way that they've been treated by people in the past, and so have you, that both of you guys, Aquarius, you're both interested, you're both curious, but you've both been so wounded that both of you guys want to stay single. And so we've got two people trying to interact, but because of what you guys have both been through before meeting each other, it's like they were all in. When you guys met, started talking, started going, then all of a sudden they started developing some feelings. You're wanting to keep going. They didn't. So now you gone quiet, but yet they still want something with you. All right? Definite energies of living or being at a distance, okay, with that Chariot card. But the Chariot is what the Emperor drives into a battle that they overcome. So what I'm feeling on this one, because remember that the major arcana assigned to us as our zodiac signs is our biggest focus of what we work on while we're in this lifetime. For example, Cancer needs to come out of the shell, get out of the home more, right? 4th house vibes, get more extroverted, less introverted. The Aries energy, Emperor energy, they need to come out of the ego, stop trying to control so much stuff. It's a humbling. Then we have you with the Star card. Don't shoot the messenger on this, but you're here to come into reality. You're Aquarius. You're the coolest, most interesting sign in the zodiac. This is a bit about for you coming back down into this, okay? So the only reason on that one is because this person detached because they had a hard time living up to people's expectations and they feared the failure on this one, okay? So that's the thing on here. Now, for you, what it is, it's just because think of it this way, like you spent your life living in a fantasy land that you're like, it never exists, it never happens. That's one of the things on the Star card that's here. It's finding your way here on Earth, just like the original shaman did back in the day. The original seers that used the Star of David up in the sky to find the baby Jesus. Now granted, he was about 2 years old by the time they got there, but these camels didn't exactly do the speed limit. They were slow. Okay, it's a little different. It took them 2 years to follow it, but that's the thing. Which tells me that you've been spending some time finding your way and finding what you wish and want, right? Your faith doesn't go unrewarded. So the thing here on this is, because of what you guys have both been through in the past, it's led the two of you to neither of you wanting to take that chance and open up. Because when you guys do meet, see each other, and hang out, it was cool. But then it goes quiet, and it stays quiet. And then what I'm seeing here is stuff in each of your guys' lives come to a close or an end to bring you guys another way. So here's what's going on. Your person, Aquarius, is at a stage in their life where they currently are no longer suits them. All right, somebody could be into astrocartography or something like that, or they're just saying the air I live in is completely dried up, nothing left of it. Okay, what's up, Kate? That's what's guiding them in your direction. Okay, and that even for those of you that live close to each other, they just realize the old cycle doesn't work anymore. They're burnt out on it. The same way that they try to stay quiet and stay cool, and they breadcrumb and they ghost and they try to be slick and cool, and they figure they can keep you on the hook by being detached and being nonchalant. And I don't care if you leave Aquarius, do whatever you want. I don't care. They're realizing that era is over. That's the ego death they're experiencing right now. Okay? And getting into the vibes of being like, no, wait, Aquarius, I actually want to be all in on this with you. I want to see where this could go. I want to see what happens. Because that's the vibe we're in. You guys wanted to open up and take this further. You're both just so scared of doing it because, like, with what you guys have been through, both of you guys are looking at me saying, I don't know if I can take much more of this stuff, Archer. Right? You both have wanted to open up fully since you guys met. I am really shocked why this wasn't the first date kiss heard around the world, like, oh my God, we're just soulmates and we're in love. And it's because on this Five of Cups, you guys were both hurt by the people you were with before this. And so it's like, these other two people, these two exes of your guys's, have ruined it for you two because you guys should already be together, lovey-dovey, and actually a kind of a cute little traditional couple. Page of Swords. So you're checking each other out, but neither of you are making the moves, and yet you guys both want to be goobers walking down the street with your hands in each other's butt pockets, being like, you know, those ones that when you walk past other people, they look and they're like, oh, Harold, why don't you hold my hand like that? Why don't you put your hand in my butt pocket like that anymore, right? Ten of Cups to the Sun card. You guys both actually do want this. Hey, Lisa, what up, darling? Hi, Bambi. You guys both kind of want this, but because of what you guys have been through, that's the thing. Page of Swords, Sun card to the Ten of Cups. You're both curious. And that's what's causing a bit of a slow or a holdup or a stalemate. Okay? So in a way, you're both trying to get each other's attention, but you're also very scared of it. But yet, the direction here with the stuff you guys share, the things you've got in common, no wonder they'd be thinking about you more. They Page of Swords. They watch your social media just as much as you watch theirs, but yet you guys aren't totally taking the same direction. Tower card. But it came out in a crossing position, which means I got to read it upright and reversed. This tells me that you guys have been through the weirdest part of the most anxious moments. Your tower moment happened because you guys were nervous, right? So I look at the tower card, Aquarius, as a Jenga board. Think of this as Jenga. And the tower doesn't fall overnight, right? There's little pieces of the Jenga board that get pulled out of the tower until the tower finally collapses. Okay? So with all those things that have built up in both of your guys' lives over the years, you guys are both very nervous that you're at the game of Jenga where the whole game is just about ready to fall. Because you both have been through so much hurts that you don't know if neither of you guys can go through any more hurts. We got two people here that have chose to be part of the 80% of the world who wish to stay single and just do them, who then met each other, and now neither of you guys both went Jack and Rose and changed your minds, right? I'm staying single too. Oh wow, I didn't know Aquarius even existed. Now I'm Aquarius, you're the person that makes this person question all their life decisions. I don't know what outfit you picked, but well done, or something. All right? So that's the dig on this, is that we've got two hurt people, because you were made out to be third parties before, so you get nervous about it, because you're like, what if I go all in again, open my heart up, and then I wind up being made into the third party again, right? That's sort of a vibe. But they're in the same direction too on this one. What if I open up and then will I get hurt? Will I get cheated on? I think you guys both have been cheated on in the past, and that's why you're both sussing each other out, because you're like, you come across a little confident, you might cheat on me. And then they're sitting there going, oh no, Aquarius, I'll bet you got a rap sheet, right? And you're like, I don't got a rap sheet. And they're like, I don't got a rap sheet. And so everybody's sitting here going, well, why don't we try this? Well, I'm scared. Well, I'm kind of scared too. What happens when two hurt people come together? Once they do open up, they become inseparable. You guys are never going to hurt each other. They're getting ready to, all right? So that's a bit of this. It's like you guys, just because of what you guys had been involved with and what you guys needed to get out of, you guys are just a little nervous it might happen again, right? But it's not going to happen with each other because you guys have both been through the same thing. If I didn't know anything, I'd swear all four of you guys know each other. Knight of Swords. For some of you guys, that is the case. In the Two of Swords to the Ace of Wands, it is a big test that lets this passion rebuild and restart again. That makes a little bit sense, all right? But I do see on this one, because you both are interested and like each other and you're just afraid about meeting the options, you actually do wind up chopping each other into the direction so that you guys come together. I see these weird third party vibes kind of sort themselves out with the Strength card. Your person just needed to learn a lesson in taking a chance or taking a risk, and you actually are working on learning a lesson in establishing your boundaries and keeping your boundaries. That way they won't take advantage of you, you can't take advantage of them, and then you guys will start to open up and trust each other and be like, oh wow, I think this is a good thing. Three of Pentacles, just like the Guardian Angels perspective, that takes it into a much more mature direction with the King of Pentacles. All right? You guys are cute. It's a little immature vibe, but it's not that bad because it's just like neither of you guys want to get hurt again. You both had yourselves programmed that you were going to stay single forever, but then you met each other, and now we're fixing that program again. It's like, no, I'm staying single, but I kind of really like Aquarius. All right, I do see this changing throughout the end of the retrograde. So you're nearing the end of this where I think you guys actually start talking to each other at the same time and realize you guys are actually kind of in love and that it's safe to proceed. Okay, I dig it. All right, let's see here. So Bree, right? So many lessons. I know, right? All right, Pisces, on to the grand finale. Y'all ready for this, Pisces? This has been a fun Friday hanging with you guys. Oh, thanks, Kara. I don't even know if I'm connecting to any of this stuff, so I hope it fits. Rawology Fitness. What up, boo? What up? I love Pisces energy. What's up, my fellow Pisces? Check me out. Check it out. It's working. It's totally, the posture's working, Rawology. I got to hook you up someday. I got to help you out with like a reading or pay you or something. The posture and everything, it's good stuff. Getting back into walking in the mornings, sleeping. I got a pillow offline that's actually got the dip and the depression in it, so it keeps the neck in that so it doesn't, so I don't wind up with the tech neck where I can't breathe. And do you hear my voice and the clarity in it? I have to learn how to use my new microphone, but everything else has been going really good. All right, let's do this. You guys ready? Y'all ready for this? Bump, 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 bump. And right? All right. Let's go for it. All right, Pisces, you're going to be at 217.27. All right, let's go for it. All right, think about your person, Pisces, and let's do this. What's going on with Pisces person this week? What's up with Pisces person for the week ahead? For whenever Pisces finds this, let's add 7 days to it. And happy birthday, Pisces. I hope you're enjoying your birthday. Hope you have an awesome solar return. All right, let's see what we got for Pisces person. What's up with your person? Here we go. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. You guys choose each other every single time. The Wheel of Fortune. They choose you, you choose them. How many times is this the World card? This is the last time of this cycle. So there's been at least 4 times that you guys have broke up, gone your separate ways. Every time that happens, your lives both go to HE double hockey sticks. Then you come back together and things all of a sudden start working again. But then in the King of Cups, it's like each time. But this is that last cycle. This is the last one of those cycles. You guys are going to be coming back together, and this is the forever, all right? Because we've got that vibe that they needed to open up more. Their consistency was the problem. The Ten of Swords, they kept making you overthink it. And in the Nine of Pentacles to the Six of Swords, why do you regret something you said? Ten of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, that you're like, I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have said something to this, because it's like now you're on this single status and you're unsure of which way to go, right? It's either the vibes of like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like, almost like you called their bluff and you think they walked or something, or you went in a direction that you think no, because Nine of Pentacles, you're single. You're telling me I'm not with anybody right now, Archer. And I'm like, okay, Six of Swords. We need to see it from a different perspective. So is this person just the one that was like really pushy Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Page of Cups. You didn't even want to have to walk away from this one, but they were just so inconsistent in their vibes, right? Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. It's like you called them out or put them in check on something and they decided to just like ghost, right? But you're actually, so you guys are both right now taking accountability for what each of you did, right? This has got to be a soulmate twin flame vibe, but I think it's going deeper with this free will card on the Wheel of Fortune. Like you on your side, you're like, I said some stuff. I don't, if I get the chance to work it, like, so you're taking accountability for your side of things and you're telling me you're single and they're telling me, no, Pisces with somebody else. You're like, I'm not with somebody else. I'm reflecting right now. Nine of Pentacles. I'm just doing me, right? Then you got more than one person that is doing this and it's frustrating you because the Star card's coming out sideways. Because you're like, well, I'm going to go see somebody new because they went and saw somebody new. And they're like, well, I'm only going to see somebody new because Pisces went and saw somebody new. And yet neither of you guys want to be with anybody else that's new. You guys want to be with each other. And so you guys both picked safe directions to go because, holy cow, are you guys both avoidance? If this was the old energy, you guys would both be runners. We have two runners, right? But you're not running because you're just saying with yourself. But you're telling me that they're with somebody else. They're telling me you're with somebody else. When in reality, behind the scenes, you guys are both single and want to be with each other. Whoa. But you're not reaching out or going back because whatever this was in the Ten of Swords that you're sitting there thinking about, you're like, this is probably the thing that can't go back and I'm not Ten of Swords. I'm not going back in that way, right? That goes into the Nine of Pentacles. That's why you're like, I am just trying to do me and find my way, and I'm getting tired of everybody else assuming that I'm with this person or I'm doing this or I'm at this job. Would some people just let me have some time to be me? Right? Because you've got Mars has just gone into Pisces. That's a big one. Then you've got some of the planets that have just left out of Pisces. You have a lot of emotional energies going on right now. The nodes in your sign. And like they would not, you don't need them to keep telling you what to do. You need them to give you the time required to heal. Right? You literally told them that and they won't give it to you. Right? And so that's the thing on this one. You want that one that just listens to you. It lets you be you. You're so tired. Like you go in one direction and they're like, well, no problem. You can do this, but you got to do this and do this or get your act together and get this job or do that. And you're like, why? And then you go in this direction and like, you try this. This is happening for relationships. And then people look at you and they're like, oh, Pisces, you must be a serial dater. You can't hold it together. And you're like, no, I know my worth. I want someone that just lets me be me instead of tells me I'm stupid or tells me I'm crazy. Temperance, that's who you're calling in, right? Because you thought you were on that right path in that right direction with the Judgment card. And yet this is the person here that, the Eight of Wands. You guys did run from each other, didn't you? Because you both got scared. And so your person thinks you went in another direction to be with somebody else. You didn't. You think they went in another direction to be with somebody else. They didn't. It's works, it's connections, it's friends, it's interactions. Their heart belongs to you. Six of Wands, their heart belongs to you. So that's the thing with the Judgment card of the Eight of Wands. You've just been doing you, yet everybody's thinking that, right? Three of Cups, because these are the two you want to be with. Justice and the Ace of Cups. I see. See, it is written in your guys' blueprints. They're not with anybody else any more than you are. And yet you guys are both coming here to me. You both come here to me on this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Anyways, I don't have a daughter. So I don't have kids yet. Anyways, you guys went these separate ways because you thought it's what the other person wanted, when in reality it wasn't. Right? And so that's the direction that it goes. Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles shows that you guys are both planning or entering in the promised land. So if you guys haven't already started talking or making scenes to come that way, I see it starting, right? Because you've done the work and gone this way. I think you're getting ready for the vibe. Maybe they even reached out to you, but you just needed that time. This is like the time apart, okay? Now, the direction that they went, whomever this is you think they're with, that they're not, okay? Whoever this is that you think that they're with is in their life to actually teach them how to be more attentive to you, okay? It's not a relationship, though. Give me more. Tell me more. The King of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Virgo, Libra energy on this. Okay, So here's the thing: the person that's in like. The person they think cross-watchers, oh my goodness, cross-watcher needs to grow up a little bit. So the cross-watcher is getting a test in jealousy, all right? And you're getting tested as well in the gossip side of things because you had all these people trying to tell you what to do or talking about you behind the back, trying to control the narrative instead of just letting you be yourself. Those are the 7 deadly sins. You'll get tested with everything. This could be adultery, maybe drugs, maybe alcohol comes into it. There's gossip, there's jealousy. All the 7 deadly sins will be tested through this. You guys are on the kingdom spouse journey. It's what happens when a soulmate twin flame comes together. Because with us being at the end of the narcissistic era, and this is the narcissistic societal collapse happening, entering into the avoidant era, the avoidants are awakening like crazy, Pisces. Your person's one of them, and I'm going to straight up tell you, like you guys both of you guys were. And it's understandable with the stuff that happened, right? But going those directions, lessons being learned on this one, they're not involved with anybody any more than you are. But I'll tell you what, they couldn't keep trying to manipulate or make you feel jealous, trying to make you jealous. They found out what happens when Pisces goes all baby shark mode, right? And now they're sitting in the regret of that just like you are. You guys are both sitting with your lessons, you know? And it's got you both feeling stuck and wanting to take action to come back together for that fresh start on the Ace of Cups. The people that are in their life, the people in their life are the ones that they can't shut up talking about you two. And that other person in their life, when you're like, no, they're with that person, third party vibes. Nope. All they talk about is you and that person's ex. Yeah. No wonder you aren't sleeping right, because like you're sitting there going, oh no, I can't reach out to them. I can't talk to them. They told me that they're done. And they're sitting here going, Pisces told me they're done. So we're in a stuck point of silence that's getting ready to start. So if you guys aren't already talking or making plans on this, you're going to be. Because that's what the energy is with the 8 of Wands. Sagittarius, Cancer energy with Temperance on the Ace of Cups. All right? You guys are getting into that point now that the unblocking happens, the reconnection happens. And I do see both of you guys are getting out of an unstuck energy in order to 8 of Wands come back together. Okay? Maybe you guys live at a distance, you moved, or it's a digital meetup thing, but it's literally the vibes, the 8 of Wands could literally be the vibes of like being lost in the middle of the dark, not knowing how to go, and somebody being like, no problem, I'm going to hop on a plane, we'll drive you home. 8 of Wands, right? The High Priestess, expect the unexpected. There is a way that this works out. And it's the millionth and 1th way. You're like, Archer, with everything that's happened, everything they've done to me, there is no way. There's no way this could ever work out. It's not going to happen. It's that 1,000,000th and one reason. The one reason that you're sitting there going, it could never happen. Guardian angels with the 3 of Pentacles to the 8 of Cups are saying, let go of that feeling, because that way that you're saying there's no way it's going to work out, or there's no way it's going to happen that way. That's actually exactly, oh my, I can't do this because they won't answer the phone. They won't call back, or they won't buy a ship and come sail. Literally, whatever the weirdest way that you think it is, that you're like, won't ever happen. That is actually the way that it happens to bring you guys back together. Okay? Cancer and Sagittarius is here. Gemini and Virgo. Libra, Sagittarius again. Scorpio, strong Cancer energy. Virgo's here. Capricorn, Gemini, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. If you guys aren't already talking to this person, you're going to be, because your souls are already married. That's how divine this connection is. Your souls are married 3 layers deep into your guys' subconscious. On both of your guys' sides, they're bubbling up to surface level. Okay? I really have a feeling that one of you guys are going to, like this, I don't know why buying a ship, how that resonates. But anyways, it's almost a vibe that one of you guys reaches, like you guys reach out at almost the same time or something. And then whatever logistics are in the way of this, the good Lord moves all those logistics out of the way for you two to come back together and work it out. And the rest of the logistics just kind of seek their own level and go back in their right directions. This is the one that had to go through this in the separation between the two of you guys to learn how to let you be you. They can't sit there and just like, oh, Pisces, I'm in love with you. We're going to get married. We're going to everything. You need them to prove that first. They can't just like talk the talk without even proving themselves and be there for you, not try to, well, Pisces, I love you and I want to be with you forever, except you need to do this one thing. No, that's not how it works. And that's what your person's figuring out in this one. Your person is loving you for you, based on the interactions you guys have both been with since you last talked, which now the good Lord will cut those energies out to bring you guys back together. When you have a connection this high and on this level, Pisces, you knew this was that deep of a connection. And you know stuff about them, they know stuff about you that keeps you guys together. It's that deep to bring you guys back closer together. When it's this deep, no matter how far you guys go apart, the good Lord always brings it back when the times are right. All right? This is giving you that pause so they can stop telling you that, you know, give you some time to be yourself, and it's giving them a pause to realize, hey, Pisces is actually pretty amazing, just like Pisces is. Maybe you should stop trying to change Pisces, because everybody Pisces is dealing with right now is still trying to change them. Well, this person's over here going through their motions to be ready to just let you be yourself. All right? I love this, Pisces, for you. All right? I hope this helps. Thank you very much for being here and being a part of this. If you want to book a personal reading with me, Pisces, or check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code or use the link down in the bio or description box. It's also pinned on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook too. All right. Otherwise, until next time we meet, Pisces, I love you very much, and I will see you then. If I don't get to tell you, happy birthday. All right. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Love you guys. Have a good weekend. Don't forget, I'll have that pre-recorded Saturday fam message. You guys are going to love it. It was deep. I had to take a nap afterwards. It channeled a lot of energy, and I ate a whole thing of Mexican food. I ate enchiladas, chimichangas. It was really good. But anyways, it's a good message, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great weekend. All right, see y'all Monday, back on schedule. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini on Monday. Cancer, Leo, Virgo Tuesday. All signs Wednesday. Libra, Virgo, no, hold it, get the order right, Archer. Libra, Scorpio, Sag on Thursday. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces Friday. All right, enjoy your weekend. I know I'm going to. I have some fun stuff planned, and I cannot wait to get out of this house and enjoy myself a little bit. And I'll see you next week. Until then, peace, love, and spinny hugs. Do me a favor, y'all. Tell me if this sounds like me ending the live stream. I'm not sure. Is this how, how do you do that? Do I?
I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do, and you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss you. The way that you sing in the car, like hearing where you are, driving to work or to school, and doing everything you do. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I miss you. I know I've done a lot of bad things to you, but give me one more chance and I will make it up to you. You know it would mean a lot, I'm giving it all that I've got. I'd do anything for you, anything that you want me to. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I'd do anything for you, and I miss you. Yes, I miss you. Yeah. Yes, I miss you.